And good afternoon and welcome to Skybus Stadium in Frankston. Wonderful to be here. It's not grand final day in the MPNFL. It's actually day one of the Junior Regional Championships. 4 leagues. AFL South East looking after it, of course, with the South East Juniors, the Outer East Juniors, the MP Juniors or the Mornington Juniors and the Frankston Junior Football League. And we've got an under-16 game and then an under-17 game. The under-16s between Frankston Juniors and Mornington Juniors about to start. Round 2 on Sunday, round 3 in 2 weeks' time on the 21st of July. And a free kick to Mornington straight away to be taken by Cooper Simpson, who's seen as their best player from Mount Martha. Kicks to the wing on the outer side as they head towards the beach end of the ground. No one can get a clean possession. Quick kick inside 50 for Mornington. A few players at the back. Going down to pick the footy up as Mark Ackerman is one of the many Langwarrin boys in this team. Handball comes out. Taken on this occasion by Brady Carpenter. Can't quite clear defensive 50 though for Frankston at this stage. Eventually they do with a kick towards the wing on the outer side. Or defensive side of the wing. Quick kick into the defensive side of the centre square. Mark was dropped by Newstead, but he got a hand pass out. Now they get it towards the broadcast side of the ground, and it's taken by DeSanto. DeSanto in short finds his teammate Johnny Ogilvie. Very good for the Dolphins in the match we broadcast on Sunday in their win over Berwick in the under-17C competition. Ball's at half forward. Number of players milling around the contest. Trying to get hold of it at ground level. Not able to, though, is Jewis of the Frankston team. And they shove it towards the boundary. And good work by Kai Marshall, representing Mornington from South Mornington, who puts it over the line, 40 metres out. Boundary throw-in, deep into attack at the Carr Street end. We always remember the Carr Street end from the 2018 MPNFL Grand Final. Ludwig's kick after the siren to give Pines one of the best wins ever in local football, in my opinion anyway. Tapped down on this occasion by Harry Mate of the Mornington side. Ball goes to ground. No one can get a hand pass out. Loose ball again. And Mornington kick it high towards the wing. Almost getting into the back of his opponent was O'Neill of Frankston. But a teammate gets a free kick off the play, and it'll be taken by Hudson Riggs, seen as one of the best players for Frankston. Kicks it low and flat, the boy from Langwarrin towards the boundary. It's intercepted and whacked over the line by Matt Friendly, a reliable defender. One of many players from Mount Martha, a prolific breeding ground for junior footballers. Lockie Whitfield and also Hunter Clark, along with Jacob Wiedering. All top 10 draft picks. Wiedering and Whitfield, number 1 draft picks, all from Mount Martha. Rick gets the footy now for Frankston. Scrubbers a kick to half forward. No one can get a proper possession. Ball's at ground level. Kick was smothered. Picked up on this occasion by DeSanto of Frankston. His kick also run down. Loose ball at half forward. Handball comes out. Hurried kick. Now it's picked up and kicked around the body on this occasion by Newstead. But his kick is intercepted by Mornington's Marshall at half back. No scorers yet on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. O'Brien Real Estate, a naming rights sponsor for the regional championships. Kick to the wing. Rig couldn't take the mark. Newstead, good hand pass on the up under the pump. Rig inside 50. He's getting a lot of it so far. Beautiful kick. And the mark taken 40 metres out directly in front for Frankston at the Carr Street end. He's good rig around the contest. And he finds his teammate Zane Snowden from Langwarrin, who are well represented in this under-16 team for Frankston. Opening couple of minutes. Looking for a goal of the day for Game Changer. Mark of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia. So 35 metres out. A wind blowing here at Carr Street. His kick was heading left. It veers back right at the Carr Street end. First goal of the day to the Frankston Junior Footy League in their first match in the under-16 regional championships being played here at Carr Street. They're 1 straight 6. Mornington yet to score. And that is the score on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Great to be here. Good crowd here today. Just 1 COVID case in Victoria, but the person was quarantined. 5 in South Australia. The rest of the country locked down at the moment, with all the AFL clubs making their way down to Melbourne. Can you believe it? They'll be having here after Melbourne was seen as the ugly duckling, or the ugly stepsister last year in regard to COVID. Good to see many people here watching the juniors play. We've got the under-17 match coming up next between the MPNFL and also, I should say, the Mornington Junior Football League and the Frankston Junior Football League. The big fella in the ruck for Mornington is John Gosling from Balnearing. He is a big boy up against Newstead, who's got a good leap on him. Saw him earlier in the season. Tapped down by Newstead. Ball's in the middle of the ground. Little flicking hand pass comes out from Cooper Simpson for Mount Martha. Had it run down. Ball's on the outer side of the ground, trying to get hold of the footy for Frankston. Taking an attack was Ben Hopkins. Now Mornington win it back again through Simpson. May have been shoved in the back. Kicks to half forward. The umpire lets it go. Just outside attacking 50 for Mornington. On the outer side of the ground, number of players pile on in. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it up. And doing the tackling was Pax Sheffield. Love that name for Mornington. Charging through with Sheffield. Couldn't take the footy. Quick hand pass comes out to Rigg again. Doing a lot of damaging work with his hands. Hand pass though as his teammate couldn't quite find a handle. And then he has a couple of opponents come in and hold him up. One of them was Pax Sheffield. Unfortunate then. Couldn't find the handle was Darcy O'Neill of Edithvale Aspendale for Frankston as he received the hand pass. Newstead beaten by Gosling. Ball's at ground level. Riggs' hand pass is magnificent on the outside. Got it to his teammate, who does well to get a boot to ball in McIndoe into the middle of the ground. And a good mark taken comfortably for Frankston by Dixon. Couple of Edithvale Aspendale boys combining. His kick is nearly partially smothered. Picked up at ground level despite stumbling by Oliver Peake. Can't get a decent possession, but it wanders inside attacking 50. Quick hands to Santo. Now Mornington have players around the footy. Unsure whether to pick it up. Now they do. And driving it long, Cooper Simpson doing a lot of good work for Mornington. Back edge centre square. Ball to be won again. Mornington overrunning it. On that occasion it was Isaac Freen. Ball is still front edge centre square for Frankston. Quick kick comes out from Cooper Simpson, rolls it along the turf. Then it's intercepted by Harrison Rigg again, who's had about 8 possessions so far in the first 10 minutes of the game. O'Neill's in there hard for Frankston. Loose ball. Handball came out. Missed by Bresnan of Mornington. Gee, it's good, tough, contested footy right in front of the Brian May stand where we're broadcasting. Getting a good look at it as the handball comes out on this occasion for Freen from Gasson. He kicks to half forward. Freen follows up the kick, which was nearly run down for Mornington, and there may have been taken high as he dished out a hand pass to Gasson. And Freen with the free kick for Mornington. Kicks it low and flat on the lead. That was good footy as there was enough space to lead into for Harry Ray. Ray takes the mark at centre half forward for Mornington. Kicking to the beach end, which is generally the tough end to kick to here at Sky Bus Stadium with these magnificent lights. So he'll kick from 48 metres out. Good looking kick. Doesn't quite have the carry though. Drops a bit short towards the goal line. Maybe cleared by Frankston, but in the end they were hemmed in, the defenders, and they're happy to concede it behind. One straight 6-1 behind on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Back into play, low and flat, and the mark is completed by Pulios of Langwarren. Plays on quickly, gets the hand pass out, and Frankston looking to clear, but they go way too close to the boundary as the player led wide in Oscar Hansen from Mount Eliza playing for Frankston. And the free kick to be taken by Wilkinson. Wyatt Wilkinson kicks inside 50 for Mornington. Up, no one can take the mark. Off hands. Pulios is there for Frankston again. Gets a kick just behind the wing. Tapped down on this occasion by Friendly of Mornington. Allows his teammate in to get his boot to ball. That is Wyatt Wilkinson. Kicks nicely towards the front edge of the centre square. Finds Payne. Kicks inside 50. Picked up on this occasion by his teammate at ground level, Freen. Nice ball inside 50, but again the defenders get back and O'Neill cuts it off for Frankston. Heads to the outer side of the ground. Does well. And they can slow it down. Rigg kicks it low and flat. Around the outer side, behind the wing. They lead by 5 points, Frankston. Defence is on top. Kick in towards the middle of the ground. Loose ball. Trying to attack it hard. Couple of Mornington boys. One was Friendly. The other one was Senang. And in the end, it's turned over to O'Neill at half-back, but he turns it over badly. Scrubs it along the turf, taken by Wilkinson. Wilkinson kicks to half forward. He has a teammate there able to pick it up in Gasson. Gasson finds a target. He kicked it low and flat as he lowered the eyes. And for the second time in a couple of minutes, Mornington have a shot at goal, slight angle, 30 metres out. And the player with the footy is Harry Ray again. O'Brien Real Estate, our major sponsor of the regional championships, junior regional championships, an under-16 game, then an under-17 game, and then the footy show for the MPNFL a little bit later. No rest for the wicked. Ray, just a little bit too cautious in the way he kicked that. He didn't kick through it enough. He misses to the right-hand side. His team have a behind. It's 2 behinds to 1 straight 6. Frankston leading, kicking to the Car Street end, which is generally the scoring end here in my time that I've watched footy at Frankston over the last 3 years on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. The kick back into play is a driller. And the mark is taken by O'Neill at half-back, but his kick misses the target. It's picked up by Sheffield. Sheffield runs into an open goal and misses. Wasn't a good kick. It pitched for him just outside attacking 50, and he was off to the races but couldn't steady. But Mornington attacking the beach end goals pretty hard. 3 behinds to 1 straight 6. They go to the outer side of the ground. The kick misses the target. Mornington keeping inside attacking 50. Shepherd's kick smothered. His teammate picks up the spillage. Walkinshaw right across the face. And in the Brian Mace stand forward pocket at the beach end, it'll be thrown back into play. They're set up behind the play at the moment. Mornington very, very disciplined. 3 behinds to 1 straight 6 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Frankston struggling to clear the defensive 50 at the moment. Feldstead gets a hand pass out, goes after it again. Newstead as well, knocks it to ground. Then the handball comes out on the outside, and it was on that occasion from Brittain, and they managed to get it towards the wing. Mark was dropped by Frankston in the middle of the ground. Mornington 3-on-1 in the contest at the moment. When there's an uncontested ball to win, they've been very good around the contest early days. Locking it up was Haggai for Mornington. Comes out again to Cooper Simpson to Haggai defensively. Now Mornington have it on the outer side. Getting around an opponent is friendly. Drives it on the left. Down the outer wing. Attacking side of the wing now for Mornington. They try and push it towards attacking 50 at the beach end. Many players milling around the contest, including Oliver Peake for Frankston from the Bond Beach YCW team. Throwing up again. Newstead wins it down. Handball comes out, O'Neill. Loose ball again. Mornington do well to try and keep it within their vicinity. But O'Neill receives a hand pass. There is a chain of hand passes towards the middle of the ground. Turned over once more, though, by Haggai in the middle of the ground. But his hand pass didn't quite find a target for Mornington. He goes in again. His second effort, very, very good. Tapped out once more. Shepherd lays a tackle. Simpson receives a hand pass on the up from Gasson. Kicks his team deep into the pocket for Mornington. Off hands. Rode by Freen, who's been lively. But again, he kicks across the face from the outer forward pocket to the Brian Mace stand forward pocket. And it'll be a boundary throw in. 3 behinds to 1 straight 6. That's on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 10 metres around from Mornington's goal. Repeat forward entries from Mornington at the moment. Knocked down on a couple of occasions. Both teams going hard. Loose ball comes out. Hurried kick towards full forward. Ray's in front again. And he was taken in the tackle as he just threw it on the boot. Jack Leet. And Ray, who's been leading nicely and also playing in front, which is what the young guys have got to do, the young forwards. And he's been disciplined and strong and tough. He's missed a couple of shots. One didn't quite make the distance. It was whacked through. The second one, he didn't quite kick through the footy, but he's closer this time. 20 out directly in front. And they've got their first goal, and they deserve that with those repeat forward 50 entries, Mornington. They're 1-3-9. They've only been forward on a couple of occasions, Frankston. They did kick a goal. They're 1 straight 6 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard on this beautiful winter's day at Frankston. Good crowd too, watching a lot of junior footy. And we're enjoying it as well. Become a big part of GameFace's menu this year, doing junior footy, whether it be the top age, under 17 AFL Southeast competition on a Sunday, or the Yarra Junior Football League as well, with all those clubs, the biggest one in the country. In the MPNFL as well, which we'll talk about again tonight, an outstanding competition in first and second division. In the middle, Newstead wins it down, but Rowe brilliantly. He's been the best man on the ground. Cooper Simpson so far. Kicks to the wing on the outer side for Mornington, leading in the race and getting a hand pass out. Freen is playing pretty well. Simpson followed it up on the outer side. Kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Falls to the back. Good tackle laid by Frankston to try and turn it over as Freen got it and then ran into trouble and hesitated a bit as he was claimed in a tackle and lost his footing inside attacking 50, 40 metres out at the beach end. So another move inside 50 for Mornington, who lead by 3 points close to quarter time. Newstead knocks it down once again. Both teams go hard at the footy. Simpson was there for Mornington, couldn't quite track it. Newstead soccers it out, does pretty well. Handball on the up now. They're under pressure, Frankston. They get the hand pass, though, forward of the play. Overrunning it, though, on that occasion, Johnny Ogilvie, who was good last week for the Dolphins. A turnover. Arriving as Haggai. He's had a bit of the footy for Mornington at half-back. And now they get a chance to drive it inside 50, Frankston. From the boot of Snowden. It's 45 metres out from the goal. They're attacking at the Car Street end. But the Mornington defence good, although a couple of fumbles here might allow Frankston in. Now they're on the burst. Simpson receives it, gets it out now, wide now to Sheffield, I should say, takes the mark just behind the wing. Brian may stand in, but he turns it over. And off to the races after taking the mark was Ackerman, but he turns it over. Back to Sheffield. Gets it out to his teammate now on the outside, who takes the footy and drives it long in Wilkinson. But he also has it cut off as the defence is solid for Frankston. It needs to be. It's been inside 50 a lot. Kicks close to the boundary line. Newstead runs out of room. He's angry with himself as he tried to get around an opponent who had done well to hem him in, Wyatt Wilkinson. Newstead had taken the mark and he stepped over the boundary in front of our commentary position in the Brian May stand, and it'll be thrown back into play. Good to see all the good young players in action. Thanks to Cam Roberts, who's heavily involved in the St Kilda Next Generation Academy, providing me with a lot of info earlier on. Now the ball spills out to Poulios, gets the hand pass out over the top, but his teammate McIndoe couldn't take the footy. Fronted centre square for Frankston. It's held up once again as Harrison Rigg, he and also Cooper Simpson, Rigg of Frankston and Simpson of Mornington, easily the best two players so far. It's Newstead in the ruck, wins it down for Frankston once more. His teammate tries to get around opponents. May have been stripped of the footy, Harrison Oval. Now he gets boot to ball, taken by Moshravi. Moshravi does well to kick it deep into the attacking 50 as he avoids the tackle. Unfortunately gets away from teammate Luke Byrne and out of bounds deep in the forward pocket. A rare, meaningful forward thrust now for Frankston at the Car Street end. Right beside the behind post. One straight six they are. They trail Mornington 139 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Boundary throw in. Tap back into play. 30 metres out. Comes out now. Mochravi taking in a tackle. Fed the hand pass out to Byrne. Byrne couldn't find a target. Still inside attacking 50 for Frankston. Number of players milling around the contest. They're wearing blue and gold, the Frankston team. Getting a hurried boot to ball with Simpson. Then Rigg attacks it hard for Frankston. Drives inside 50, lower the ice, and then a player loose, taking the mark, and this is Harrison Noble. So good for Karen Patterson Lakes in a game. We did a really good high standard game a couple of weeks ago against Bomb Beach YCW. And Noble's a mobile forward defender, but playing and also plays in the ruck as well. 50 metres out, he kicks through the 40. Look at that! At the Car Street end, we know it's the scoring end, and that is just about, well, goal of the day so far, but we are early in the game for Game Changer. And on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard, whack when Harrison Noble gives his team Frankston the lead again. The Frankston Junior Footy League, 2 straight 12, Mornington 139 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Beautiful kick by Noble. Something about that Car Street end where tends to be the scoring end. And the wind is up today. It's a pleasant day for footy. Good contest though. Both defences on top. We see Wyatt Wilkinson, who's been good so far, on the wing here on the Brian May stand side, and Ben Hopkins for Frankston. Tap down again. Hand pass comes out from Simpson. Got it to Sheffield for Mornington. Feeds it forward of the play again. Taken by Gasson, but his hand pass misses the target. Coming the other way. Taken by Frankston. Now they have the footy. Back edge centre square O'Neill. Wobbly ball out towards the wing. runs away from his teammate who couldn't quite track it, and that was Darcy O'Neill. Who was in front of Matt Friendly, who's also been pretty solid across half-back for Mornington. Boundary throw in again. Bounces to the back. Sheffield not there. Newstead is. Feeds a hand pass out now. Gets it wide. Taken on this occasion comfortably by McIndoe. Beats one, beats two, and then he hits up front edge centre square O'Neill. O'Neill now for Frankston. Getting a bit of good ball movement late in this quarter. Elects to go sideways. Not the greatest option in the world, but Rigger's probably their best user and one of their best players. Takes the mark front edge centre square, although they did go backwards in their transition of the footy then. He kicks towards half forward and finds a teammate in Noble again. You wouldn't put it beyond him. He's a bit further out in the slight angle, right on quarter time, thanks to O'Brien Real Estate. He's doing the Merv Hughes run-up when Merv started playing cricket back in the late 70s, early 80s. Used to push off the fence when he was bowling at Footscray in the Premier Cricket and helped them win a premiership, and then early days of Victoria before being told to reduce his run-up when he got the Australian team. That's a long, high kick. Oh, how good was that? Bouncing to the back. We thought the goal before was a beauty. That's even better. 5 further metres out at least on a slight angle. And that is definitely goal of the day for Game Changer. And we'll need to see something special, even though there's still 3 quarters to go, for that goal from Harrison Noble, who's kicked 2 from the Karen Patterson Lakes Footy Club playing for Frankston, who, through their efficiency, have got a 9-point lead despite Mornington going inside 50 regularly towards the beach end. It's 3 straight, 18 to 139, a 9-point lead for Frankston at quarter time on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard, and our coverage thanks to O'Brien Real Estate. This is the regional championships, and we'll be back with more of this under-16 clash between the Mornington Junior Football League and the Frankston Junior Football League very shortly.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God.
That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games, and always remember, get your game face on.
And welcome back to Skybus Stadium. It is the Regional Championships, round one. We've got 3 rounds. The next round on Sunday, and then the third round on the 21st of July. No finals. Team that is on top in all the various divisions and all the various age groups, of which we're doing an under-17 game after this under-16 match between Frankston Juniors and Mornington Juniors. And Mornington Juniors attacked a lot to the beach end in that opening quarter, but 2 wonderful long goals. The second in particular, a ball burster from Harrison Noble from Karen Patterson Lakes, playing for the Frankston Junior Football League, which has got to be a candidate for Game Changer's goal of the day. Has seen his team have a 9-point lead, despite the fact that Mornington were inside 50 constantly for most of that quarter. 139 to 3 straight 18 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our naming rights sponsor, O'Brien Real Estate. Our best on ground today in Harrison Rigg, one of the star midfielders for Frankston, will feature, you'd think, Cooper Simpson, seen as the best player for Mornington from Mount Martha, in contention for that Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. So we're getting ready for the second quarter. It was a really good quarter of footy. Defence is on top from both teams. Like the game of friendly off half-back for Mornington as well, number 10. Doing some good work. Big Gosling in the ruck. They've got 2 very big boys who can play in the ruck or up forward, Mornington. Gosling from Balnarring and Ray, who kicked a goal, missed a couple as well from South Mornington. Gosling wins it down, beats Newstead, who's a little bit more athletic, but wasn't able to get it. Overrun on this occasion by Cooper Simpson. Loose ball spills around the middle of the ground. They win the footy, Frankston, getting a hand pass out while being tackled is Peak, but it's turned over again. Still in the middle of the ground. Ball's to be won, and picking it up under immense pressure was Doherty. Had an opponent coming the other way. Gets the hand pass on the outside for a shot at goal, and that is magnificent football on the run from Stan Allen. Old-fashioned name, Stanley Allen. It's like he was playing for Melbourne or the Dogs or Fitzroy back in the 50s or 60s. Sprinting hard, left half forward, and he's drilled it. Second goal for Mornington. Opening minute, second quarter, 2-3-15 to 3 straight 18. Again, a candidate for the game changer goal of the day. That's on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Getting some good run on the outside. Gosling and Newstead to do the ruck work again. Wyatt Wilkinson in there as well. He was pretty good in the opening quarter too. Gosling wins it down. Won by Frankston. Hurried kick comes out now towards the wing from Oliver Peak. Newstead kept running. Taken down in a tackle. Grubbers a kick to half forward and it rolls over the boundary in front of the Brian May stand. Not able to keep it alive is Noble, who's been good so far with 2 goals for Frankston to hold a 3-point advantage early stages second quarter. Jamin Jewis wearing the helmet, getting a bit of the footy. Wyatt Wilkinson with him at the front of the pack. Jewis from Frankston. Wyatt Wilkinson overruns it, has a teammate there. He lays a tackle, but he steps over the boundary and trying to avoid that tackle in Tom Payne, and it'll be thrown back into play as Jewis is tapped on the head by Al Macharavi for his efforts. Boundary throw, an attacking side of the wing at half forward almost now for Frankston. From behind, Newstead wins it down. Jewis goes in again, gets accosted. His teammates there spinning in and out of tackles. Does pretty well, Polios. Got a hand pass out, but then he sold Oliver Peak into trouble and he gets taken in a tackle and dispossessed by the solidly built Kai Walkinshaw. He's gone for the Bailey Smith haircut, or Caleb Poulter haircut of Collingwood. Haven't they all? Boundary throw in. Tap down again by Mornington. Slipping over is Wilkinson. His hand pass turned over by Newstead. Then the mark dropped by Mashravi at half forward. His teammate goes into Santo to try and lock it up and keep it inside the attacking area, just outside attacking 50 for Frankston. Mashravi again supports DeSanto for Frankston, who lead by 3 points. Gosling wins it down again, and not much happens on this occasion as Mornington couldn't get away. The tackle laid straight away. Right on the edge of the centre square. Gosling, the big man. Decent tap once more. Jewis is there for Frankston. Defensive hand pass to Peake. Peake tumbling kick inside 50. Clears the defender Friendly. He tried to get back to zone off. And in the end, he receives the footy. And on the left, rakes it long for Mornington. Down the wing, but there's a turnover. Peake's, I should say, in the road and doing a good job as Rigg. Drives Frankston inside 50. But 4-on-1, the numbers on that outer side for Mornington. Friendly's there again. But his turnover occurs because he just scrubs it along the turf, and picking the footy up now is Ackerman. Ackerman again, not quite finding the target, and then he runs in after the footy again to make amends. Picked up by Rigg on this occasion, received a hand pass on the outside. High kick inside 50 to Noble, holding his ground and roving nicely for Frankston was Byrne, but awkward on the left and puts it out of bounds on the full at the beach end. So it's 3 straight 18 Frankston, 2-3 15 Mornington. Coverage for O'Brien Real Estate. Back into play. Number of options here for Mornington on the Brian May stand side of the ground. Kai Marshall is one of them, marking inside defensive 50. The left footer drives it long. Front of our commentary position. Big pack forming. Lovely defensive fist by Archie Stringer. Famous name in the MPNFL. Father Guy played at Pines. Numerous premierships when Sorrento started their run as a veteran in the early part of the noughties decade. Having a tough time of it at the moment, the Sharks in the MPNFL. Boundary throw in. Gosling taps to the front. Roved by Stevens, one of the best for Mornington. Simpson, I should say, kicks inside 50. Up goes Stringer. Couldn't take the mark. Recovers at ground level to ensure that his opponent, Gunnar Ratner, couldn't get it for Mornington. But a free kick off the play as the umpire says, play on, advantage, goal. To Daniel Gasson, who was pretty good in the first quarter. It was going to be a free kick off the play to Freen, who was also handy up forward. And they've kicked the 2 goals so far for this quarter to the scoring end, where so far we've seen 5 of the 6 goals kicked. And they're in front. 3-3, 21 Mornington, 3 straight, 18 Frankston. So Mornington on top at the moment, certainly winning more of the ball. And Cooper Simpson playing a sterling game in the middle for Mornington. Gosling doing a good job in the ruck. Big boy, much bigger than Newstead, giving his team first use. Lovely finish as well by Gasson. Throw up again. Gosling. Newstead might have narrowly won this, just attacking side of the centre square. Going in hard, Wilkinson couldn't take it. Riggs hand pass run down for Frankston. Receives it again by hand from Poulios. Drives his team to half forward. Nice mark taken. Frankston a chance there to drive. Rigg will get the hand pass back from Ogilvie, who took the mark. Kicks inside 50. Getting up high. Couldn't take the mark though. Peake. Ball spills to the back. Hurried kick by Mornington. Kick slightly smothered. Will slew off the boot and go out of bounds. It'll be thrown back into play. Wyatt Wilkinson couldn't quite get there for Mornington. Inside attacking 50. 40 metres around from their goal. At the highway or beach end. Always hard to score here. At that end, at Skybus Stadium. Picked up on this occasion by DeSanto, stepped around a couple of opponents, then got claimed, had to throw it on the boot quickly for Frankston. Hand pass comes out, and now they'll drive it around the Brian May stand side, Mornington. Nice kick close to the boundary. Good sticky hands taken by Brant Catasano. Brant Catasano takes the mark at half back. Half distance pass, looking for someone to mark. Coming the other way, almost taken for Frankston by Luke Griffiths. Good to see him playing so good for Karen Patterson Lakes the other week. And now it's turned over. Good mark taken by Frankston's Ogilvie. He was off. He got the hand pass out now to his teammate Poulios. Drives back inside 50 for the defence as they did in the first quarter, holding firm for Mornington. The kick close to the boundary is not a good one. And on the bounce, it's escorted over the line. Talk properly, Daniel, by Walkinshaw, and it'll be thrown back into play about 55 metres around from the goal that Mornington are defending. And defending well too. Lead by 3 points on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Gosling down. Peake for Frankston. Hand pass intercepted. Taken by Mornington. Again, a high kick towards the wing. Big pack, Stringer fists away. Waiting down, running onto it, Gunnar Ratner. Gunnar Ratner hugging the boundary in front of the Brian May stand. Kicks inside 50. Ray is there. He's got a big body on him. He does well to beat an opponent. And on the end of it, running into an open goal. Well played by Ray. And running into the open goal was Gasson. He allowed the ball to sit in that forward pocket, deep at the Carr Street end. And then it sort of bounced his way and he fed out a hand pass on the run. And on the inside, goal side for him was Gasson, who's kicked his second, knows where the goals are, and it's a 9-point break for Mornington, and they deserve this. 4-3, 27 to 3 straight 18, Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Good run by Gunaratne, staying down, playing that small forward roll. The ball slipped to him, and he sharked it expertly. So some work for Frankston to do as they trail by 9 points. Back in the middle again. Big fist by Newstead. Rigger's there again, taking an attack. They need a bit more support in the midfield, Rigger Frankston. And again, Mornington hold it up. Newstead laying a good tackle on Pax Sheffield, the Somerville boy, with the headband and the long hair. Winning it down on this occasion is Bresnan doing some ruck work for Mornington, but a free kick going the other way. Player was dumped. It's Oliver Peake. Peake will spread it wide. It's not a great kick. Almost intercepted 1-on-2 on that occasion by Haytana of Mornington. He lays a good tackle to ensure that his team might win the footy, and they do. Gee, that's great footy. And again, Simpson receives on the outside a chain of hand passes from half back, finds his teammate Tom Payne. Tom Payne gets it wide now to Brancatisano, kicks his team inside 50, and Freem reads the drop brilliantly on the Brian May stand side of the ground, takes the mark running with the flight at right half forward. Gee, that was a great turnover on the other side of the ground, 1-on-2 against. Mornington's working a bit harder at the moment. He's wanting this ball to come back a bit. It's right on line. I think it might have cleared. It has. It's another one. So some work for Frankston to do now, with Mornington dominating 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of the second quarter on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 5-3-33 to 3 straight 18. Our coverage thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate of the regional championships in the AFL. And we've got the Mornington Junior Football League against the Frankston Junior Football League in the under-16s, and then the under-17s to come after this, of which some of those boys have already been identified by the Stingrays and playing for them as well. Throw it up. Bresnan wins it down. Peake gets the footy out, but he's penalised for holding the ball, and on this occasion, his teammate didn't hear it, thought it was a free kick going their way, McIndoe, and it's 50 metres. He didn't hear that the free kick was for a throw against Frankston. McIndoe thought it was going his team's way. I don't know whether you give 50 for that, but anyway, it will go to Bresnan from Mount Martha. The 50-metre penalty. He'll take it from centre half forward to the scoring end, the Carr Street end, to increase his team's lead to 21 points. 45 metres out. It's a good-looking kick. Coming back, but hitting the left goalpost flush behind. 5-4, 34 to 3 straight 18. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And they're under the pump at the moment, Frankston. High kick to the wing. Peake couldn't take the mark. Off hands. Comes out now to Gertz. Very famous name in Dramana footy. Switches the play to the broadcast side. Taken by Tom Payne. Kicks close to the boundary. Gunaratne couldn't control it, just inside attacking 50. In front of one of the massive light towers here that look terrific at Carr Street, or Skybus Stadium at Frankston, home of the Frankston Dolphins in the new look VFL competition. Boundary thrown on attacking 50. Tapped down again. Griffiths a good hand pass. Heard his teammate's voice, but unfortunately Stringer's kick didn't go very far, and then a good tackle laid by Mornington. Good forward pressure inside their attacking 50 on Will Deutscher. Haven't heard or seen much of him so far. Formantalizer goes in after it again. Quick kick for Mornington. It's grovered by Gayson, who's already kicked a couple of goals, but now Mornington get away. I should say Frankston get away through Poulios, who's battled hard. Kicks to the wing, no mark taken at the back. Well played by Friendly to mop it up for Mornington. Drives them back inside attacking 50, and it wobbles out of bounds in the outer forward pocket before Oscar Hansen, leading in the race for Frankston, could get there. Been good, Friendly, as a repelling attacking half-back for Mornington today. A candidate for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South, BOG. From behind, Newstead wins it down. I think the problem with Frankston at the moment is they can't really rotate the rucks. Mornington have got 2 or 3 that they can rotate through there. Now Frankston emerge. They kick the ball towards the attacking side of the wing. No mark taken by Mornington, but they recover at ground level through Sheffield after dropping the mark. Skids it cleverly towards half forward. Taken on this occasion by Brancatisano. Kicks out wide to Gunnar Ratner. His teammate overcommitted. He tried to keep it alive as he went after the footy. And his teammate was Carpenter from Langwarren Junior Footy Club. And Gunnar Ratner read it superbly, but the boundary line was too close, about 30 metres around at the Car Street end. Mornington's lead 16 points. Boundary throw, and again Newstead does well. Griffiths the Rove. Back to Newstead and also Stringer as they do well to switch it to the outer side. Frankson kick to the wing. Had it knocked away, Noble on this occasion. Mornington recovering better at ground level. Ball comes out. Good play to receive the hand pass. Brezen got it now to his teammate. Gosling. Now the kick is switched beautifully to Payne, who's had a bit of it this quarter on the Brian May stand wing. They haven't been afraid to switch it, and Brancatisano's also come into the game. Attacking side of the wing for Mornington. Delivers in short now, and the mark is taken on a 45-degree angle, 50 from goal, by Patrick Lowry of Somerville. And he also decides to dish in short to Sheffield, who's been very good so far. Same angle, a little bit closer. Would be a good shot at goal. His team 16 points up, using the footy well. And just not getting any clean footy through the middle of the ground, the Frankston junior side at the moment. Sheffield's keen to have a shot at goal here. Outside the boundary. Very acute angle to the Car Street end. Steps inside 50. It's off the side of the boot. And I don't think it even squeezes in for a behind. It doesn't. Out of bounds on the full. 5-4-34 to 3 straight 18 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And Harrison Rigg, who's trying to do everything, will kick back into play for Frankston. He spots up a teammate who marks at half-back. It's Poulios, who's been okay. Elects to switch straight down the middle of the ground. That is better footy. And the mark taken on this occasion by Brittain. Haven't heard much of him so far. He finds a teammate who takes the mark, who's claiming that he had the footy knocked away. But he'll take it and he'll deliver back inside again to Poulios, who kept running. Back edge centre square, but it's slow ball movement at the moment because Mornington are getting players back behind the footy. Delivers wide again in front of the social club rooms on the outer side here. Frankston going down the line, hoisting it long to half forward. Number of players around the contest. There's going to be a mark taken, and Fister has paid the mark. He feeds the hand pass at close quarters to Rigg, who kept running. Delivers to half forward. And Brittain marks again. Involved in the chain for the second time. Wobbly kick inside 50. Goes to the back of the pack. 1-on-1. Mornington a chance. Good tackling laid on this occasion. Close to the line. But it may have been rushed through. No, it hasn't. I thought that it may have been rushed through by Friendly, but he kept it alive on that loping style. Had a bounce and kicked it to the outer side of the ground in front of the new club rooms. Or relatively new club rooms here at Car Street, put over the boundary line. It's the Dolphins club rooms. 40 metres out from the goal that Frankston are attacking, and they trail by 16 points close to half time. Bounces in front of Shepherd. Quick kick comes out of the pack now from Dixon. Makes about 10 metres for Frankston. Inside attacking, 50 tackles laid, left, right and centre. The umpire says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it up. Tap down. Turned over though by Mornington. Frankston get a hurried kick. Looking for Poulios to run onto it. He can't. Shepherd receives the hand pass from Lowry. He delivers towards the halfback flank for Mornington. Payne is there. Hand pass on the outside to Brancatisano, who's found space all this quarter. The Robert may stand in. Now finds Lowry again, who kept running. Lowry will kick inside 50. Looking for Ray to take the mark. Couldn't. Had it knocked down. Good contest. Now the ball's at ground level. Fisted away by Frankston. Now they've got the footy. Picked up by Darcy O'Neill. O'Neill's kick goes a turnover. And standing in the road is Cooper Simpson. Front edge centre square. Drives Mornington back inside 50. They lead by 16 points. But getting up and taking the mark, Griffiths, who was outstanding in a match we called for Karen Patterson Lakes against Bomb Beach, playing for Karen Patterson Lakes a few weeks ago, playing as a midfielder but playing at half back today for Frankston as they elect to go to the outer side of the ground, and Brodie Carpenter takes the mark. Plays on quickly in front of the social club rooms, kicks high to the wing. And a good mark taken by Newstead. He plays on, kicks inside 50 for Frankston. Noble goes up, couldn't take the mark, brings the ball to ground. Mochravi's there. Couldn't get it for Frankston. Mornington have the numbers around the contest. Spills out to Simpson. Delivers by hand to Sheffield. Gets the hand pass out to Payne, who loves to run. Arches the back. Chips the kick now. Has a player running. Brancatisano receives the hand pass from Freen. Brancatisano 40 metres out into an open goal. Coming back, not enough. Good running again by Mornington around the Brian Maystand end of the ground. 5-5-35 to 3 straight 18. It's all Mornington. They lead by 17 points. A lot of work to be done. Rig kicking back into play for Frankston. That's a good low flat kick though. They kick it short and flat. And have the mark at half back. Down that outer side. No mark taken. Flying up Mocharabi. Couldn't take it. Spills out now to Dixon. Dixon gets a hurry kick. Turned over again by Mornington. He'll have it on the outlet. Front of the coach's dugout, but a turnover once again, but then a very good tackle laid from behind as Frankston were away. But it's taken by Free, who wins the free kick and the tackle, then kicks to a contest and a good contested mark at centre half back, circumventing for Frankston, who's got into the game this quarter, Griffiths. And then he hits the teammate Poulios on the chest at half back, who was involved in the last chain as well. Poulios has been good for Frankston, struggling to score this quarter. Kicks down the line. A trail by 17 points. Trying to claim the mark was Snowden. He looked at the umpire as the ball goes to the back of the pack, and Mornington are there in numbers, winning the contest. Sheffield feeds the hand pass out. They've got it at half-back. They're switching again. Brancatisano's owned this wing and outmarks his opponent. Feeds a hand pass at close quarters. Away they go again, taken by Goulas. Goulas drives Mornington inside 50. Good defensive play by Frankston. Got the numbers back and put it over the boundary, destroying from the side before Ray and Lowry could get there. It is half-time. Frankston scoreless in that quarter. Newstead got back as the ruckman, having to go back in defence to help his defenders with that big fist. Great quarter by Mornington. 4 goals to nothing. And they lead by 17 points at half-time on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our major sponsor today, O'Brien's Real Estate. It's 5-5-35 to 3 straight 18. So a very handy 17-point lead. And in that quarter, they had players doing a really good job going forward of the play when they knew they had control of Mornington, and they're winning, obviously, in the ruck. They've got 3 guys they can use through the ruck there, Gosling being one of those, and also the other one being young Brezen, who is very good at ground level, giving his runners such as Cooper Simpson and also Sheffield first use of the footy. Brancatisano on the outside has been very good. Isaac Freen as well, and Tom Payne came into the game playing in front of the Brian Maystand wing and doing a good job as well. All candidates for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South, best on ground. Harrison Rigg doing everything, kicking out, playing at half-back, playing through the midfield, probably not getting enough support for Frankston, is undoubtedly their best player so far, and certainly also doing his best is Peake and Poulios to lend support, but they're breaking down across half-back, as Friendly's also been outstanding for Mornington, repelling many forward thrusts. So 5-5-35 to 3 straight 18 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Gayson kicked 2 goals that quarter for Mornington, who lead by 17 points in this under-16, the first round of the under-16 regional championships. The under-17 match between Mornington and Frankston up after this. We'll broadcast it on GameFace. Back with the second half shortly.
inside Sophie Marr, but Isabella Khan gets the upper hand.
Just gets it past the fielder. You're in trouble. Pierce Sterling will be run out.
And we
Wonderful to see some of the greats of Australian sport here today.
It's just on exactly 2 miles. 2-time Olympic Games finalists over the 3,000 steeple.
Too wide. In the inside is Marr, but down the outside is Khan.
Over running it at ground level is Charlie Rowe again from Mount Eliza.
I want to crash the interview. Take the microphone, Pete. Thank you. So I just want to be a big fan of yours. So I'm in the federal parliament, but you play Big Bash.
Come outdoors, we're sitting here watching athletics, there's heaps of people running of all ages.
Times through, so this first place is really important. The runner in green in Buddy.
Eddie Jerovic now has got a bit of move to do. He's got to try to get a run off the bank somewhere. He's
Gertz roosts that one. That is a monster of a kick for a goal. Waters in again short. He hits this high, and he might have got enough on this to go for 6. It has. Coming into a catching position on the onside. Mills the spoon shot. He's picked the gap beautifully. What a shot that is.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God.
That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games and always remember, get your game face on.
And welcome back to Car Street, Skyvast Stadium, second half of this under-16 opening game of the Regional Championships. Round 2 on Sunday and round 3 on July 21st. And the team that finish on top in each of the age divisions, there's a lot of them, will win the championship. And at this stage, Mornington look very good in this under-16 game, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. 5-5-35. They kicked 4-2 to nothing in that quarter. Frankston 3 straight 18. Hardly gone forward. They get the scoring end in this quarter though, Frankston. Mornington's defence though, led by Matt Friendly, has been outstanding. And in the ruck will be John Gosling, the Man Mountain. He goes up and he wins it down, but out of the middle and driving his team forward for Frankston is McIndoe. It was quiet in the first half, but Friendly's there again to repel once more. Delivers out towards the broadcast side, and a good mark from behind, plucking it nicely is Wyatt Wilkinson, who was very good too, especially in the first quarter. Delivers down the ground, and Kai Marshall from South Mornington, who are well represented here, along with Mount Martha. He gets the kick smothered. Might turn over to Rigg, who then lays a tackle. Has his teammate Jewis there for support. Feeds a hand pass inside, which misses the target. The player trying to get the footy on that occasion was Hanson. Now there's a turnover for Frankston. Rigg receives on the outside. Delivers to half forward. Mark drop, but recovering at ground level, Byrne. Then he kicks it quickly into the pocket. Friendly's there again. Slips over, wants to get on the left. Dishes out a hand pass. Had numbers there to accommodate him. Doing a good job to get his team out of defence on this occasion is Haggai, and they kick to the outer side, Mornington, and looking for the footy is Brand Catazano, but the kick was too long and too much on it, and a Frankston ball again as they're cutting off the exits a bit better opening minute or so in this quarter. Play on immediately. Handball comes out to Dixon. Dixon kicks inside 50, turns it over. Mark drop though. They get the numbers back, Frankston, to keep it inside attacking 50, which is what Mornington have done so well today. Big Gosling goes in hard for Mornington. Tapped out once more. Friendly loses control of the footy. Now they get it out on the up. Good play by Simpson. He rides a tackle. Scrubbers a kick to the wing. Now numbers around the contest, which is an area that let Frankston down earlier. They're doing a bit better. On the outer side, hurry kick comes inside 50 once more. Mornington know with numbers, getting it back and hoping that they can find a handle on the footy. Rigg lays a tackle. May put his opponent into the turf for holding the ball or holding the man even. Sheffield goes down. He's taken in a tackle. The umpire said it might have been a bit high for one of the smallest men out there. And Sheffield, very, very good early days. I wonder if his nickname is Shield. Kicks down the line again. Finds Simpson taking the mark in the middle of the ground, wearing the green boots from Mount Martha. Beautiful looking kick towards half forward. Almost a good mark taken on that occasion for Frankston's Carpenter. Wasn't able to. And then a hurry kick comes inside 50 for Mornington. Bounces away from Ray. And it'll be a boundary throw and about 30 metres around from the goal that Mornington are attacking at the beach end. 5-5-35, 3 straight 18. Opening couple of minutes, third quarter. On the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Back into play. Tap down again. Loose ball. The defence of Frankston okay. Receiving a hand pass on the outside is Ogilvie. So good last week for the Dolphins in their come from behind win against Berwick. Kicks to the wing and Rigg. Handballs again inside and running hard as Ackerman. Trying to give them some run. Kicks to the middle of the ground. Looking for his teammate to get a hand pass out on this occasion. That's Peake. Didn't really find anyone in particular. Turned over by Marshall of Mornington. Half back out of side. But again they start to win some 50-50 contests. Scrub it along the turf by Snowden for Frankston. Well inside attacking 50. Hand pass comes out and then there's a snap at goal. And just missing after the hand pass came out from Moshrabri to Ackerman, who's covering a lot of territory. He just squeezes the post. So they're first behind Frankston on the first score of the third quarter at the Cast Street end. 3-1-19, Mornington 5-5-35. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Friendly will inbound again. He's got a player on his own who should take the mark. And does. And that is Ethan Seneng marking at half back. Awkward looking kicking style, lobbing ball to the wing. Standing firm, trying to take the mark, was Haitana of Mornington. Ball hits the turf, close to the boundary. Here's Rigg again, feeds a hand pass out, puts his teammate under pressure. Taken in a tackle is Jack Dixon. And hand pass was run down by Cooper Simpson of Mount Martha. Boundary throw in. Slightly attacking side of the wing for Frankston Junior Football League. In front of the Brian May stand. We've seen a lot of footy today, which is good for me. It's where I'm broadcasting from. Missed by Peake. Wins the footy back on the outside. Now they have it again through McIndoe. Threads a long hand pass. Again over the top. Taken by Ackerman, who's been good this quarter. Kicks inside 50. Friendly makes a contest. Couldn't take the mark. Then it's picked up by Frankston. A snap at goal. And just missing to the right-hand side. He broke a couple of tackles and was pretty strong, Aidan Westlake, who probably was the difference in the Dolphins' big win against Berwick. They struggled early and then Berwick kicked a whole lot of behinds on Sunday and Westlake made contest after contest after contest as the Dolphins found a way to ensure that the ball stayed inside their attacking 50 at the Edwin Flack Oval at Berwick, and they ended up winning the game quite comfortably in the end, and he was one of the main reasons. And hasn't had a lot of the footy so far, Westlake, though. Nor of the Frankston forwards. As we've lost the ball, it's gone outside the ground into the parklands across the road at Carr Street here at Frankston. Now it comes back. 3-2-20 to 5-5-35. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. $15-point lead. Friendly has Shepherd in short. Goes longer, has Wilkinson in that position. He goes up, can't take the mark. Ball brought to ground. Good hand pass comes out. Almost a chance for Ackerman. Lost control of it. His teammate goes in to lay a tackle. Burn. Now the ball has to be won on hands and knees. Payne does well to thread a hand pass out. Did pretty well, but winning the footy back. Good play by Snowden to Frankston. Got it to Rigg. Rigg with a left foot kick switching across the goal face. And they have it on the outer side now, Frankston. Attacking side of the centre square. Kick comes from Ben Hopkins, who's been quiet. Puts it wide in towards the forward pocket, inside attacking 50 in front of the social club rooms. And once again, their delivery inside 50, letting them down. Jewis with the target. He wasn't able to get proper purchase. Boundary throw-in, 52 metres out from goal. 3-2-20 to 5-5-35. Gosling, the big man, two hands it down. Roved at ground level, though, by Frankston. Breaking the tackle, Brattain. Kicks inside 50. And again, Mornington with the defenders able to take the mark. And they'll clear. They've got loose men everywhere. Wilkinson takes the mark at half back. Feeds a hand pass over the top. He gets it back in the old 1-2. The player that he fed it to is Haggai. Runs in front of our commentary position. Kicks to half forward. Good use of the body playing in front. Lowry takes the mark. The finger tipper. He'll kick inside 50. It's a more open forward line they've got at the moment. Hanson misses for Frankston. At the back, Rigg is there again, doing everything. High up and under kick. Still around the attacking 50 for Mornington. Handball comes out after being tackled by Brattain, who's been okay this quarter for Frankston. Quick kick close to the boundary. And beats both Ben Hopkins and the big fellow Gosling of Mornington over the line at half forward for Mornington. Haven't scored this quarter, but 5-5-35, two behinds to Frankston, 3-2-20. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Tapped down by Gosling. Rove by Sheffield has been good. Kicks inside 50. Getting back and taking an excellent mark. No, it's not paid to Stringer. Then it spills out the back. Could be a goal for Freem if he can pick it up. He can't. Ray's there. It's near the goal square. And once again, hard work by O'Neill. Taking an attack as he clears Frankston towards half-back awkwardly. Picked up again. Shot at goal. But missing to the right-hand side. Roving off the pack was Haggai behind. For Mornington, their first score of the third quarter. 5-6-36, 3-2-20. A coverage thanks to O'Brien Real Estate on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Half distance pass. Rigg finds Poulios. Poulios kicks close to the boundary. And the mark taken by Hanson from Mount Eliza. Caught him early in the season. Nice kick. And that's an excellent mark overhead. Taken on this occasion by Ackerman. Ackerman switching to the outer side of the ground. This is better footy. And the mark completed by McIndoe. Having a bit of it this quarter. Kicks on the half volley. Looking for his teammate to take it in Dixon. He couldn't take it. Or Ackerman it was. And then they get it back though. McIndoe works his way through traffic in front of the social club rooms on the outer side. But it's chopped off again. Comfortable play by Marshall, who intercepts. Kicks Mornington into the middle. Not a good kick. Rigger's there. Quick hands out to Jewis. Jewis gets the hand pass out now. Running through the middle is Ackerman once more. Kicks towards Westlake. He kicked to the right side for him to the drop, and he got it on the second grab. Kicked into some space, which has been an issue that has let them down so far today. Snowden involved as well, and that was a much better move inside 50 with more space for Frankston because Mornington thought they had the turnover in the middle of the ground and then were caught napping in their inability to get back, which they've been so good at so far today. 36 plays 20. Westlake slightly right of centre half forward. It was the third quarter where he caught fire for Dolphins on Sunday to drag his team back. He misses though to the right hand side for a behind, and they're 3-3-21 to 5-6-36 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. McMeehan's dad comes and makes an appearance. For me to fail, Aspinall kicks back into play towards the wing. Rigger's there. Tries to keep it alive, had absolutely no support. This has been the difference. The Frankston Junior Footy League have been under the pump with the pressure applied by Mornington. Lowry was right in his face, and Wilkinson as well. Cooper Simpson not far away too, and he and Rigg, two of the best players on the ground, are on each other in this boundary confrontation. One to the front by Newstead, almost taken, playing the ball in front is Hopkins. Right in front of our commentary position, picked up by Sheffield. Dishes by hand defensively. Now taken on this occasion by Gertz. Gertz kicks into the middle of the ground and a comfortable mark taken by Brand Catasano. Brand Catasano kicks to the wing, looking for someone to mark. I thought Walkinshaw may have been, infringed with, and then he picks the footy up, but turns it over. just behind the wing by Jewis. The left footer wearing the helmet for Frankston. Kicks towards the wing on the outer side. Backing back, not taking the mark, Frankston. They go to ground as they try and halve the contest at the moment. Haven't kicked a goal since the first quarter. Quick hands came out. High ball on the wing. And then receiving it on the inside is Simpson. Simpson races away. Kicks long inside 50. 1-on-2 situation for Frankston. Rigg got back. Ball's at ground level. Freem looking to rove it. Lost it. Regained it. Got it out. Shot at goal. Misses. His teammate received it. Freem did well to keep his feet, keep control of the footy, and dish out a hand pass on the up. But Mornington couldn't steady. 5-7-37 to 3-3-21. Margin 16 points. And the player that missed the shot at goal was Jack Leet from the Balnarring Footy Club. Very good junior footy club. Back into play, straight down the guts by Frankston. Jewis, 16-point lead on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard for Mornington. Quick kick to the pack, off hands, won by Peake. Feeds a hand pass out, puts his teammate under the pump, then gets the hand pass inside. Finding Pulios again, drives Frankston towards half forward. Westlake leaves his opponent behind, couldn't take the footy. Ball spills to the back. After it is Luke Byrne. Luke Byrne gets the hand pass out, and a flying shot at goal by Ackerman. And he misses to the left-hand side. That's 4 behind this quarter for Frankston at the so-called scoring end, Carr Street end, 3-4-22 to 5-7-37, 15-point lead. Back into play. Wilkinson camped underneath at marks. 60 from the defensive goal. Kicks back into centre half back, and Sheffield takes the mark. Opponent was winded in that contest. Delivers to the outer side of the ground. Good use of the footy. Mark at half back by Friendly. Dishes over the top now. Doherty. Good use of the footy in short again. Stretching up and marking. Gertz once more. Gertz. The 45-metre kick to Wilkinson as they just pick their way through the defence. Simpson, front of the Brian May stand end. Lowry. Lovely use of the footy by Mornington. Nice and patient. 37 plays 22. Kicks inside 50. And the man in the middle of the pack, there was a player in front and a player behind. Might be a candidate for our Great Syndicates Australia mark of the day is Isaac Freem. Excellent forward craft from this young man. He had an opponent in front, an opponent behind, and the kick was good enough to wedge the two Frankston players, and he was good enough to take the mark. He'll go in short as there's a lead made for him. Had too much on it for Ray. He should have gone back and had a kick, and it's cleared out of defence by Frankston, close to the boundary. And Deutscher got a decent kick on it, so an opportunity goes begging. Just go back and kick it, young fellow. I'm sure he'll learn from that after taking an excellent mark. 5-7-37, 3-4-22. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. No goal to either team this quarter. Mornington in front. Setting up the game with a 4-0 second quarter to the Carr Street end. Newstead from behind. Still plenty of footy left in this contest, though. Hand pass comes out, Pulios. Got it to Hansen. Gets a hurried boot to ball while under the pump. Jewis is there. Sweeps a hand pass over the top. Intercepted, though, by Mornington. Scragged in the kick was Gaten. Who kicked 2 important goals for the Mornington team in the second quarter. Handball run down by O'Neill at half back. Feeds a hand pass out to the running Ackerman. Ackerman's run down on the middle. The umpire said he got the hand pass out. Not sure about that. But anyway, DeSanto's there for Frankston. He's also wrapped up in a tackle right in the middle of the circles. The pressure by Mornington has been superb. Thrown up again. Newstead beaten on this occasion by Bresson of Mornington. Missed by Dixon. May get the hand pass, or Ackerman may get the hand pass come his way from Pulios, but in the road. Hurried boot to ball from Gertz, but intercepted again by Frankston. They wobble a kick towards half forward. Had it fisted away in front, Byrne. Loose ball centre half forward. Byrne second effort okay for Frankston to try and keep it within the vicinity of attacking 50. Bursting through a standing tackle. Haggai for Mornington. Spiral punch, but only as far as Rigg. Certainly his side's best player takes the mark, and then he has players running for him on the wing on the outer side. Pulios takes the mark again. Rigg has been everywhere. Just a young fella too. Saw John Harvey, who's assistant coach at Devon Meadows, who coach a lot of these young boys at Mount Eliza. Hurried boot comes out of the pack again by Haggai, and luckily finds a teammate who takes the mark in Brezen. Brezen back edge centre square, doing the ruck work, swapping with Gosling. unsure what to do. His kick on the half volley wasn't the greatest kick in the world to Gertz, who kicks down the line. And they can slow it down again. 37 plays 22 in front of the Frankston coaches box in the social club rooms. Short pass all right to Simpson in the green boot, starring. Boy from Mount Martha. Again in short them. Friendly with an awkward kicking style to avoid being smothered. Kicks it low and flat, but kicks it brilliantly like a bullet and finds the target as Gertz gets up and marks right of centre half forward. What a good kick that was. A beautiful kicking style. Kicks it low and flat to avoid it being smothered. And virtually cutes it around the body. Right of centre half forward. 35 out for a rare goal at the beach end to increase his team's lead. Kicks the goal. Going to be hard now for Frankston. Goalless since quarter time. And the Mornington Junior Football League 6-7-43 to 3-4-22 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our coverage today brought to you by a proud sponsor of junior footy on the peninsula, O'Brien's Real Estate. Excellent footy again. They've been so patient with their ball use when there have been times when Frankston's defensive effort's been a lot better in this third quarter. They've got numbers back inside their defensive 50, but they've just managed to use the ball well with their half-distance passes and the 45-metre kicks, hitting targets, having players loose, with Frankston more intent on defending space. As Newstead goes up, sure, that's what the coach wanted them to do, and they're doing it. But at the moment, Mornington just a bit too skilled. Gertz has had a good quarter, wins it, feeds a long hand pass. Fran Catasano, another one on the burst. Taking the footy is Simpson again. How good's he been? But he turns it over at half-back, and Hopkins has the footy. Has a teammate marking in Ogilvie. Ogilvie played well for the Dolphins on the weekend. Lobs a kick over the top once more. In front of our commentary position is Snowden. Snowden, another half-distance pass. Leaning forward and marking is Muchabari. Muchabari's kick is no good. They get numbers back once more. Taking the mark at half-back Mornington. Wobbly looking kick like a bag of wheat in the sun, that kick. Lobs towards the wing. Friendly is there. Knocks his opponent off the footy, Deutscher. Loose ball, won by Wilkinson at ground level. Feeds it out to Lowry. Front edge, centre square. Kicks inside 50 and they got the numbers back. And Freen, who's a beautiful reader of the footy when it's inside 50, he takes the mark. Once again, just winning those 50-50 contests at ground level. He goes in short again. He's got a loose man out the back once more. Just betwixt and between the Frankston Junior Football League defenders. Mark taken in the left forward pocket by Jack Leet of Balnarring, who, like a number of his teammates, has got better the longer the game's gone on, to give his team a lead of 27 points. But he kicks off the side of the boot, kicks into the pocket. Hansen goes up, can't take the mark, and trying to keep it alive, Gosling eventually lost control of it. Might be picked up by Ackerman. Has trouble finding a handle. Gets a little hand pass out. Taken on this occasion by Friendly. He has a snap at goal because it missed the target of Dixon of Frankston, and he just said, I'm going to get it. Pounces on it, and from 45 out, kicks one of the goals of the day for Game Changer around the body. He's been wonderful off half-back with his use of the footy, followed the play up, and might have put this beyond doubt close to three-quarter time on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 7-7-49 to 3-4-22. Been one of the best on the ground for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. Friendly off half-back number 10. Has not been friendly in the way he's played against the opposition, though, who have not kicked a goal since the opening quarter, Frankston. It's been 6-0. Three-quarter time, thanks to O'Brien Real Estate. And again, they absorbed a lot of pressure. Frankston good in the first half of that quarter. And then they got right on top. Mornington again with the ability to use the ball properly. And they deserve their lead of 27 points at three-quarter time. 7-7-49 to 3-4-22. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And a lot of work for Frankston to do now to try and get a win. They've only kicked 3 goals in three-quarters of footy. It would be hard from here, you would think. Mornington having kicked 6-0 since quarter time. Thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. We'll take a break. Be back with the last quarter shortly. We've also got the Under-17 match coming up very soon. The first day of the Regional Championships. Day 2 on Sunday and Day 3 on the 21st of July. And Mornington Junior Football League in the Under-16s making a statement here, 7-7-49 against the Frankston Junior Football League, 3-4-22.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God.
That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games and always remember, get your game face on.
Delightful sight here at Skybar Stadium. Beautiful day for football, and the regional championships are well and truly underway. The second last match of the day. There's a quarter to go in the under-16s, and Mornington been superb since quarter time. 6 goals to none as the under-17 boys, led by their coach, former Dramana premiership player in the second division and first division, Ben Holmes. And the boys going in to get ready, hoping to be inspired by what the under-16 Mornington guys have done, kicking 6 goals to none since quarter time. They were very good in the first quarter, but probably a bit wasteful, going to the non-scoring end or the least of the scoring ends, if that makes any sense. At the beach end, there were 1-3 and then 2 late goals, 2 rippers by Harrison Noble, which must just about be our goal of the day for Game Changer from Frankston. gave his team a 9-point lead, but they haven't kicked a goal since. They were scoreless in the second quarter, Frankston, as Mornington piled on 4 goals. Frankston lifted their intensity, lifted their pressure, certainly for the first half of that third quarter, but Mornington were able to absorb that magnificently and found a way with 2 late goals to be 7-7-49 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 4 behinds in that quarter to the more traditional scoring end here at Skybus Stadium, which is Carr Street, 3-4-22. Now, mark of the day probably to young Freen. Took an absolute ripper, wedge between 2 opponents of Mornington for Grove City against Australia. Out of the middle, picked up now by Freen. Beats 1, beats 2. He's been so good. Hooks it around the body for Mornington. Inside 50. No mark taken. Waiting down, trying to get the footy out was Gunaratna for the Mornington side. And eventually, Frankston find an outlet and taking the mark on the outer side is Ben Hopkins. Deep in the back pocket. Social Club room side of the ground. Kicks down the line, but a strong mark in the middle of the pack. Jason Haitana, a candidate for the Great Syndicates Australia mark of the day. And then loose men everywhere and getting out the back and taking the mark in the left forward pocket for Mornington. It's been the issue. They've always managed to find free men in that forward 50, and they've used the ball pretty well, the Mornington side, since quarter time, when the forward line was a bit crowded, and then they worked it out, hence why they went inside 50 so often in the first 15 minutes of the first quarter for just 1 goal, 3. Shot at goal is outstanding. 40 metres out, 25, 30 degree angle, and it's home again for Mornington, who increased their lead on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 8-7-55 to 3-4-22. An excellent goal kicked by Jack Leet, who missed one just before 3/4 time. So he kicks his first and the lead out to 33 points. In the middle of the ground, Frankston try and get free. The tackling of Mornington good. Turnover again from Newstead to Simpson. Brent Catasano receives on the outside, then lobs a kick close to the boundary. Leading in the race is Leet. Can't control it for Mornington. Tried to tap it in, but it came off the boot and bouncing over the line of his opponent. Right with him, Darcy O'Neill, who plays his junior footy at Edithvale Aspendale, playing for Frankston today. At half forward, 65 around from the goal they're attacking Mornington. A lot of the footy has been in front of the Brian May stand where we're broadcasting from today. Up goes Big Gosling, wins it down. Brent Castano does well to lay a tackle and then somehow wins the footy, then loses the footy. Tackled again. Harrison Riggers tried hard, gets a hurried boot to ball, and the mark is completed by Leet. Plays on quickly on the right. Gets the kick partially smothered. In the road, Hansen grubbers the kick while under pressure. Intercepted by Simpson of Mornington. And then Hansen thought, well, I'm mucked up. He laid a great tackle as soon as Leet got the footy. Dispossessed him. 60 from goal. Boundary throw in once again. Plays with Mount Eliza. Oscar Hansen caught him early in the season against the Dolphins. Very impressive. Down forward and also in the back line. Handball on the outside to Rigg, kicks to the wing, trying to keep it alive is Snowden, couldn't. Tried to rake it back into play. Boundary throw in. Good to have Brittany, Nathan and Tom looking after us behind the scenes today. Boundary throw in on the wing, right in front of our commentary position and the Brian May stand here at Frankston Park. Very famous name in Frankston footy. Big fist from Gosling. Down towards his teammate who overruns it on this occasion in Payne. Loose ball comes out. Big Gosling's there again. Payne might have won it. Stripped it from 3 opponents. Got support in Simpson. Hooks around the body to half forward. But a good defensive mark by O'Neill who chips in for Frankston. His team's still goalless since quarter time. Lobs a kick into the middle of the ground. Can't take the mark. Freen attacks it hard when the ball hits the ground. Pounces brilliantly. Gets the hand pass on the out now to Doherty. Doherty now kicks to half forward. Hansen's in the road though for Frankston. Got it out now to Snowden. Feeds a hand pass on the outside. Now they've got numbers everywhere, Frankston. A high kick, but they're panicking under pressure. Mark was dropped by Marshall. He was on his own. Probably should have held it. may have had the sun in his eyes. Picked up on this occasion, Haggai. Drives Mornington into the middle of the ground. They've got numbers everywhere. Kick inside 50 by Gertz. Misses the target. Gunaratna tries to tackle. Taken off, by Ducha. Off Frankston, high up and under, going the sideways. Not really in the direction that Deutscher and Frankston wanted. And in the end, Mornington managed to keep it well inside, attacking 50, 25 around from their goal. They're pressing again. They lead by 33 points on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. O'Brien Real Estate looking after our coverage today. Got the under-17 game coming up next between these two teams. Boundary throw-in. Tap down again. Loose ball. Ray did the ruck work. Harrison Rigg does the roving, but he lobs it straight back to the attacking side of the wing, and Brand Catasano takes the mark for Mornington. Back inside 50. Mark was dropped down there by Peake. On his own for Frankston. Picking up now and snapping. Good play, Ray. Broke some tackles. That's a great goal by the big fella. And he's putting a bit of pressure on Harrison Noble for maybe the goal of the day for game changer. Well done, big fella. Shook the tackle, hooked around the body, and his team are giving the Frankston Junior Football League a little bit of a football lesson. 9-7-61, 8 unanswered goals since quarter time, and they remain on 3-4-22 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard, Frankston. Terrific goal. Just keeping it inside, attacking 50 on numerous occasions as the Frankston Junior Footy League under-17 boys come out for their run through. Here's Brand Catasano's been great, takes the footy. Another clearance for him around the body for Mornington. Kicks to half forward. O'Neill pushed off the line of the ball by Leet, who's been very good since coming on in the second half. Lobs a kick inside 50. Mark was dropped. Should have been taken. Player brought to ground. Then he breaks the tackle. Good play by Tom Gertz. Lost it. Had a teammate lending him support. He picks it up now. And this is Walkinshaw. High kick inside 50. Looking for Ray. Opposed, though, in the last line of defence by Griffiths, who's been playing in defence today. Played as a tall inside mid and tends to play in that role for Karen Patterson Lakes, especially 2 weeks ago in the return to footy after COVID, and was brilliant. So 30 metres around from the goal, they're attacking again, Mornington, leading by 39 points, 61-22. Fist down again. Hansen overruns it. Still dangerous territory here. Gertz picks up for Mornington. Floats a hand pass out. Knocked down again. Hard on the boundary. Shot at goal. Missing to the right-hand side by Gunaratna, the small forward. Not a bad effort. Didn't come back sufficiently. 9-8-62 to 3-4-22. The margin 40 points in the last quarter on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Standing display by Mornington. A number of candidates for the Telstra Business Technology Centre, Melbourne South BOG. The drilling kick back into play. Hits a target of Ben Hopkins in the back pocket. Gets it on the half volley to Vic Snowden. Handballs on the outside now to Hansen. Hansen has the footy at half back, but he's hand passing, finding a target. Didn't quite hit the target. And his teammate was taken over the line and put over the boundary in McIndoe. Front of the social club rooms. Boundary throw-in. Newstead. Handball misses the target. Now they've got it again through McIndoe. Around that outer side. Kicks to the wing. Fist away. Loose ball. Again, Frankston just outnumbered by the players hunting the footy for Mornington in the contest. Cooper Simpson under immense pressure. Gets a hurried boot to ball, but in the road. Picked up by Hopkins. Feeds a hand pass out. Got it defensively, and then his teammate was taken in a tackle, but a little bit high. Kicks towards the wing, looking for Luke Byrne. Came from Noble, off hands. High kick by Payne inside 50, and then a spectacular mark at centre half back for Frankston. That's got to be our mark of the day for the Great Syndicates Australia. That looks like it was Griffiths, and he's come down and hurt his ankle, fallen heavily. It was a terrific mark. Great intercept mark at centre half back by Luke Griffiths of Karen Patterson Lakes. Playing for Frankston. He gets up now limping, but terrific mark. In fact, his teammate's going to take the footy. And DeSanto doesn't hit the target. Teammate might have been tackled but not in possession. Snowden. The kick was intended for. Hopkins in there as well. working hard. Ball comes out. Again, the tackling still immense from Mornington. They win the footy back, getting it on the outside. Simpson drives inside 50. Off hands. Hurry kick comes out from Deutscher. Didn't find the target of DeSanto. Going in hard, Griffiths. Taken in a tackle. Close to the boundary. Frankston try to keep it alive. No, they don't. Hopkins received a hand pass, but his teammate Pulios had stepped over the line at half-back boundary throw-in. So 62 plays 22. 40-point lead. Chisholm Institute scoreboard for Mornington. Gosling does well. Leake tried to burst through. Couldn't get control of it. Now it's at ground level. Handball comes out. Looking for Gertz. Tried to delay it, but fed it too long, Doherty. Boy from Rye. And in front of one of the big light towers on the outer side of the ground. Again, Mornington keeping the ball inside, attacking 50 at the Carr Street end. Back into play. Tap to the back. Now they can run out of defence. Frankston, they haven't been able to get too many moves going today. The handballing misses the target. Jewis couldn't lay a tackle. Marshall, hand pass on the up now. Sheffield, wonderful first half. Quiet third quarter for Mornington, but they've had other players step up. Holds the ball at ground level after losing it originally. Then locks it back in with tenacity. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys, on that outer side. Ackerman's tried pretty hard. In front of us on this wing. Handball McIndoe. On the outside, Rigg. Kicks the half forward, Noble. Has to handball back. McIndoe's there again, accosted. Gets it on the outside. And a short pass. Didn't find the target. Mornington wins the footy back. Marshall's there. Back end centre square, foraging around for it. Can't find it. Just their pressure's been great. And their defenders have got back hard. Again, ensuring the 50-50 contest is generally won by then. It's tipped out to Doherty, who's taken in a tackle for Mornington. Can't get possession. Sting out of this game. Mornington by 40 points. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Gosling the tap. Roved by Peake, but lost control of it and storming through. Wilkinson, who's been great, just took it away, had a bounce, kicks inside 50, but turns it over. A good mark at halfback. Pulios has tried really hard for Frankston today. Does well to slide it out wide to Ogilvie. Ogilvie dabs a little pass on the half volley to Deutscher. Deutscher now, front of the social club rooms for Frankston. Kicks through the fingers of Snowden. The big fella Gosling goes after it, trying to bend down to pick it up. He lends support in being a big fellow to help his teammates out there. A little bit more fleet of foot to put it over the boundary between wing and half forward for Frankston as they make a rare move forward to the beach end. Goalless since quarter time. 3-4-22 to 9-8-62. Our coverage brought to you by O'Brien's Real Estate. Newstead got it down to Pulios. Pulios then got it towards McIndoe. High up and under kick. Almost a mark taken, but the umpire said it was touched. And bringing it to ground was Haitana, who took a good mark earlier in the day for Mornington. And another boundary throw, and as he squeezes it across the line. Looking into the sunshine on that outer side of the ground where the footy is at the moment. Pulios overruns it. Trying to get a hand pass out. Mashrabi. Brancatisano had a teammate receiving the footy. Gertz. Mornington again have the numbers. Delivers wide again. Doherty kicking towards half forward, but he turns it over at half back. Players getting tired. Chipping in and marking. On that occasion was Carpenter. Rigg. They have it at half-back, been superb, been the best player for his team today. Finds Hansen as they switch to half-back from the outer side to the Brian Maystand side. Delivers on the half volley now to Deutscher. Deutscher around the body, kicks down the line, and Mashrabi takes the mark again. From Edith Val Aspendale. High ball, inside 50, Mornington with numbers. Friendly, hasn't had a lot to do this quarter, but close to best on ground for the Telstra Business Technology Centre for the first three. Delivers now to his teammate Gertz. Took his eye off the ball, allowing Mashrabi to come through. Got tackled, but got the hand pass out. Then the hand pass from Noble over the top. He kicked 2 great goals early, but been quiet since. Misses the target. On hands and knees, Wilkinson. Bursting out of tackles, Gertz. Beats 1, beats 2, and was brilliant. And then he lowers the eyes and hits the target. Magnificent footy. and the mark taken by Walkinshaw. Walkinshaw slides it wide to Brand Catazano in front of our commentary position. He kicks down the line again. Hansen tried to meet him late, couldn't, and a good mark. Able to read the flight on the outside there was Leet. Leet kicks Mornington inside 50 and picks out a target for a shot at goal on an acute angle for Ray. Harry Ray from South Mornington. They've got lots of players playing in this game as well, like Mount Martha. 8 players from Mount Martha, 6 from South Mornington. And he's hard on the boundary, Harry Ray, just to add a little bit of insult to injury for Frankston. And more icing on the cake for Mornington Junior Footy Club. Looking to squeeze it back. It does come back, but not sufficiently, and it's 9-9-63 as Frankston remain goalless. It's been 3 goals to none since half-time, 8 goals to none since quarter time on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Rigg back into play, has a player down the middle marking. Ackerman still inside defensive 50. Half-distance pass again, okay, to Deutscher, one of many Mount Eliza players for Frankston. Clears defensive 50 and McIndoe's tried hard, marking at half-back. Spinning. Social Club room side. Hoists it long. Snowden couldn't take the mark at ground level. Won by Gertz again. Spears it out wide. Lowry dropped the mark he probably should have taken. And then he tackled Stringer, who won the ball ground level. His opponent, who wasn't in possession. The vice-captain of the side. His father Guy was a champion player in the MPNFL for many, many years. Archie Stringer from Mount Eliza looking to draw the man in Rigg. Rigg now close to the boundary. That could be downfield as Lowry got him, but he hit the target there of Ackerman. Kicks inside 50 for Frankston. Getting up, not taking the mark. The Frankston team on that occasion. Ball's at ground level. Comes out now in the direction of Sheffield, who's been good. He's got a loose man on the outer side of the ground, and the mark is taken on that outer side by Billy Wilson getting a run. Wilson kicks into the middle of the ground. And now they've got players everywhere. Walkinshaw switching to the Brian Maidstone side. Wilkinson to Gertz, part of the Gertz family. Big family, lots of boys. And we know that Billy Gertz, the star for Tremarna this year, played a big part in their win on the weekend. They've got Von Beach playing this weekend. High ball inside 50 from the boundary. After taking the mark, he played on immediately. No one was on the mark from Ray. And he puts himself in the frame for goal of the day for Game Changer. And as I said earlier, it puts the icing on the cake. Missed the one, the slightly easier one. That one he just played on immediately from the paint of the boundary line inside 50 to the Carr Street end. In beautiful conditions now and kicks his team's 10th goal, Ray. 10-9-69. He's kicked a couple. And Frankston remain goalless since quarter time, 3-4-22 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 47-point lead. Still think Noble's goal right on quarter time, the long bomb, might be the favourite goal of the day for Game Changer. There's been some good marks. I even think that maybe his teammate might win mark of the day. That's Griffiths, as it's taken out of the middle again by Sheffield. But Mornington Frankston get a free kick. They kick inside 50. Wilkinson gets a hand on it to try and intercept it and does, and then brings it to ground level and just brings it out seamlessly and comfortably towards the wing on the outer side. Lowry couldn't take the mark. Goes after it again and wins it. Handball a bit too slick for Walkinshaw's having a good last quarter. Overrunning it to Santo of Frankston. And then Gertz has taken in a tackle. The umpire said he threw that while being claimed. Good free kick at half-back to DeSanto for Frankston on the outer side. They'd love a goal before this match ends. Kicks to the wing, almost a mark to Mornington. The umpire's picked out a free kick. Payne with the footy on the outer side. Been good, Payne. Delivers into the middle of the ground. Simpson, one of the best on the ground. And he elects to go across the face. Find a teammate, Haitana. Haitana was confronted. Kicks the centre half forward. No mark taken at the drop. Mashravi for Frankston collects. And he's penalised for throwing. A lot of that has happened today in the tackling. And Freen been outstanding today in contention for the mark of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia and also for BOG. And our coverage, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. Handballs at close quarters to Cooper Simpson. He drives it long to the goal square. No one can take the mark. Lowry's waiting at the front, just outside the 10-metre goal square. Number of players around the contest. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys. I'll throw it up. Also waiting down there was Shalley, getting a run in this last quarter for Mornington. Trying to clear the defensive area was Deutscher, the 10-metre goal square. Comes out to Lowry. He gets his kick smothered in the goal square as well. Good defensive play by Frankston, and they rush it through for a behind. 10-10-70 to 3-4-22. Likely to be scoreless for the second quarter at the beach end at the moment, Frankston. Trailing by 48 points. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Rigg doing the kicking out. Kicks to a contest at half-back, and Mornington keep it inside, attacking 50 with a decent fist applied by Lowry. Boundary throw-in. There's the siren. Big win to the Mornington Junior Footy League. They trailed at quarter time, 3 straight 18 to 139, despite dominating a lot of that quarter. 2 long goals by Harrison Noble put Frankston in front at quarter time, and from then on it was one-way traffic, 9 goals to none. Despite the fact that Frankston were better in the front part of the third quarter, but still Mornington's defence was superb, and then they got a couple of late goals and were very good with the play predominantly in their attacking 50 for the last quarter, and they win 10-10-70 to 3-4-22 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. They had some outstanding players. Pretty hard to pick best on ground. Certainly Cooper Simpson, one of the best midfielders from Mount Martha. Cam Roberts, who is one of the recruiters and scouters for the St Kilda Next Gen Academy and knows the Mount Martha Football Club really well, said he'd be a star today, and he was, Cam. I thought Matt Friendly was probably best on ground. Didn't have a lot to do in the last quarter. The ball didn't make its way down inside the defensive 50, but he was constantly rebounding for Mornington. So for me, he just shades Cooper Simpson for BOG for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. Even though their team got beaten, I've given the mark of the day to Griffiths. Took an outstanding mark at centre half-back, intercepting a lot today as the ball was always inside their defensive 50 after quarter time. Frankston, he's from the Karen Patterson Lakes Footy Club, and he wins mark of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia. And goal of the day, Harrison Noble. It was a long bomb, 65 out, and he nailed it in that first quarter, although I thought Harry Ray came with a late surge. His goal from just inside the boundary in that last quarter for Mornington was a ripper as well. So a big win, 10-10-70 to 3-4-22. An opportunity for everyone to see the replay on our Facebook page on GameFace. We thank O'Brien Real Estate. Back with more shortly. The under-17 game will get underway soon. We'll see how Frankston Juniors go in that match after being well beaten after quarter time by Mornington. Some very talented young footballers here, and no doubt the future's looking bright in regard to maybe senior footy on the peninsula, or even going to higher levels, whether it be Stingrays or even the AFL down the track. Some excellent players out there today, but great win by Mornington, 10-10-70. Too good for the Frankston team, 3-4-22. Back very shortly for O'Brien Real Estate for the under-17 clash between Frankston and Mornington. Day one of the Regional Football Championships from Carr Street, Frankston. Get your
inside Sophie Ma, but Isabella Carnes gets the upper hand.
Just gets it past the fielder. You're in trouble. Pierce Sterling will be run out. And wonderful to see some of the greats of Australian sport here today.
It's just on exactly 2 miles. Two-time Olympic Games finalist over the 3,000 steeple.
Too wide. In the inside is Ma, but down the outside is Carnes.
Over running it at ground level. Charlie Rowe again from Mount Eliza.
I want to crash the interview. Take the microphone, please. Thank you. So I just want to be a big fan of yours. So I'm in the federal parliament, but you play Big Bash.
Come outdoors. We're sitting here watching athletics. There's heaps of people running of all ages.
Times through, so this first place is really important. The runner in green in Buddy.
Eddie Jerovic now has got a bit of move to do. He's got to try to get a run off the bank somewhere. He's
Gertz roosts that one. That is a monster of a kick for a goal. Waters in again short. He hits this high, and he might have got enough on this to go for 6. It has. Coming into a catching position on the onside. Mills the spoon shot. He's picked the gap beautifully. What a shot that is.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God.
That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games and always remember, get your GameFace on.
Frankston Park, and good afternoon if you're joining us for the first time. Live stream of the Regional Footy Championships, Junior Regional Footy Championships, about the under-16s between Frankston Junior Football League and the Mornington Junior Football League. And after a 9-point lead at quarter time for the Frankston Junior Footy League, they were overwhelmed 9 goals to none by Mornington after quarter time. They won comfortably, handsomely on the Chisolm Institute scoreboard, 10-10-17, 3-4-22. Our coverage brought to you by great sponsors of local sport, local footy on the peninsula, O'Brien's Real Estate. So now got the under-17s between the MJFL and the FDJFL to start. My technical producer Tom Harvey keeping an eye on his cousin Ben Fisher. You can't miss him out there, number 30 for Mornington. But straight away, the kick is scrubbed out by Pullen for Frankston as they go inside 50 and picked up by Baden McLeod. He drives towards the 30-metre area for the Frankston Junior Football League, and they get inside attacking 50 to Beijing. It's very hard to score goals at. Just as well from Mornington came from me in the previous match, the under-16 game. Ball's held up. Crowd here at Frankston, lovely sunny day. Yeah, that's a big hit by Ben Fisher for Mornington, who had the ball around the outer side of the ground. Fist is made, and then it went down to Ben Charles and Wayne Wyman. So he took it over the boundary. He walked over with it. So Fisher, opposed to Brady Boyd, who played in the match we called recently for Karen Patterson Lakes, was very good in the second half to bring their team back in the game. They went down narrowly to Bond Beach YCW in the under-17 top hands and out of bounds once more on that outside. What a clean footy in the first couple of minutes or so. It's quite a nice conditions here at Frankston this afternoon. From behind Fisher, comes out again, getting his hands free. Ball from Tyre, playing for Mornington's in the middle of the ground again, going nowhere in a hurry. Contested footy to be won, trying to do it on his own. Mornington comes out now to Frankston, driving it inside 50. Almost a good mark, playing in front to Felix Brown for Mornington. At ground level, little hand mask came out on that occasion from Aquila for Mornington, but they can't clear that offensive 50. Ball's on the ground, and a good tackle away by Frankston. They keep the ball within attacking 50. It's on the half volley. Emil Brennan did well in the long sleeves. His teammate has a flying shot. This is to the right hand side. In front of the change rooms, and the first score on the board goes the way of Frankston on the scoreboard. And the kick came from Caleb Hewitt on the Dolphins. David Lee's a great mate of our boss, Glenn Carter. Runs his own auto electrical business. Out of bounds goes close to the boundary. He's run back in the play. No, first is out of bounds on the full. On the other side, good on Glenn Hewitt and family. Business on the peninsula. Plays for the Dolphins. Kick will come again. No, it's not going to be badly thrown. Right in front of the station referees. Big Fisher again. Taken to the tackle 2, 3, 4 times. He's tackled. Still holding the ball. Sorry, Tom. And the ball's held up once more. On the wing on the outer side. One behind for nothing in favour of the FJFL. Massive punch down by Big Fisher, and the player's tackle will go Mornington's way, and it will be taken by Samuel Lartrell from Tyre. Kicks it low and flat inside 50. The mark was dropped, probably should have been held by Jackson Mead of Tyre, and then the kick comes inside 50 as they got it on the spillage and shot a goal here for Mornington. Slightly left of centre half forward. First goal of the match to the Car Street end, which has been the scoring end. And the shot hits the post from Brady Edwards behind. One behind a piece. Frankston goes straight down the middle. Boyd there, can't take the mark. Ball's at ground level. Picked up now at the spillage by Archie McGuinness. And Hirsdale backs a little kick towards the wing. And now into the middle of the ground. Jumping up high marking is Mitchell Smith. Smith will go wide. Has a player breaking for him. Taking the mark in front of our commentary position. And that was taken by Connor George Cortlis. Got the hand pass out now in the direction of Badenshot. Badenshot kicks inside 50. Getting a hand pass out is Kimmel. Didn't quite find the target. Mornington looked at clear. Good play by Frankston to keep it alive and get it inside attacking 50. And then runs it over the boundaries. And there's a round. The BG one behind the piece. Check scoreboard. Brian Real Estate, our major sponsor. And the footy show tonight, the MPNFL first and second division. The Guards broadcast. Comes out again now. Good hand pass from Mitchell Smith. Kick inside 50. Off hands. Couldn't get hold of it on that occasion was Caden Miller of the Dolphins. Ball comes out now to Mornington. And they have it on the other side. Fathers are going great with all these young guys cutting their hair. Short to half back. Mornington have it again. Kick into the middle of the ground. Off hands. Taken by Seamus Lamb. And he gets the kick run down for Frankston. Now Mornington have a chance to get it free in the middle. It's tapped out and playing to his own advantage is Mead. Mead kicks to an open goal square. Bouncing, 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 goal! No one had got back there for either team. And a terrific goal. First goal of the day, Mead for Mornington. And I know it's only the first goal, but we'll have to see something special, I reckon. And I'm going early, the early pro for the goal of the day, thanks to Game Changer. But a lovely bouncing ball just kicked into the vicinity of the goal square, and it bounced in on end for Mead. 1-1-7 Mornington, one behind Frankston JFL on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Big Fisher to do the ruck work again, up against Boyd, off Frankston. Bit of pushing and shoving, riding Lovick. And his opponent, Samuel Lartrell. And there he is, the big fella Fisher. He tried to burst his way through using his bulk and height. He wasn't able to. Held up again by the smaller Thomas Musillo from the Dolphins, who's their captain. That competition on hands and knees. Lartrell forces out a hand pass from Mornington. Just the front edge of the centre circles. Now it spills out and taking on a tackle is Finn and McBrennan. Going nowhere in a hurry, the tackle stuck. He absorbed the pressure too. Wearing the long sleeves in his conditions. Fisher open-handed slap and cut off defensively by White. And then he tries to take them on and take it in a tackle from behind by Mornington's Jen Tomlinson. Tomlinson low and flat to centre half forward. 1, 2, 3 grabs. And eventually held just as an opponent was coming at him by Brody Collins of South Mornington. In fact, it's not Brody Collins, it's a big fella Jackson Lee, who's already kicked that great goal. So from 40 metres out, he's causing some problems. Good lowering of the eyes, seeing Mead free on his own. Inside attacking 50 at the cast screen end. For his second goal, he's missed it. Behind. 1-2-8 to 1 behind. Chisholm Institute's scoreboard. The under 14s and 15s FJFL beat the MJFL down at Sorrento earlier today. With him and Brendan's dad coaches the under 15s. And earlier, of course, here today, the under 16s, big win by 48 points by Mornington over Frankston. Back into play, no good. Mark taken by Brody Edwards. Edwards low and flat to half forward. The use of the footy is very similar to what the under 16s are doing, and their coach Ben Holmes, a legend of footy in the MPNFL, will be very, very happy with the lowering of the eyes, finding space. The coaching staff of Frankston will be disappointed that they're not going back and protecting more space at the moment. So a shot at goal here for Mornington. 45 out, directly in front. To the Car Street end. Veering off his line a bit was Max Corbin. Didn't quite have the carry. Goes to the forward pocket. Deep in the attacking zone. Number of players fighting hard for the footy. It's near the goal line. A lot of pressure there. And it's shoved through from behind by Bailey Pays of Mount Eliza. 139 to 1 behind. Famous football name. His grandfather Travis played in the 71 grand final side for St Kilda, one of the toughest grand finals in the history of the game, and then was president. Passed away a fair while ago now. Legend of that club. Taken over the boundary. Came into half back for Frankston. Riley Lovick was taken in a tackle and off hands. Plays his junior footy at Mount Eliza. They're well represented in this team as well. 6 players from the Dolphins, 7 from Mount Eliza in this under-17 Frankston team. Fisher wins it down again. Overrunning the footy is McGuinness of Frankston. Clashing in bodies between the 214s, Mitchell Smith and Harrison Tully. Smith of Frankston, Tully of Mornington. And then winning the footy is Mitchell Collins. Collins gets a kick on the half volley, couldn't find his teammate. Little hand pass comes out under immense pressure. Ben Charles, contested footy just outside the fence at 50 for Frankston. And the umpire says give it to me. Many repeat entries from Mornington at the moment, some shallow ones in this opening quarter. Says a Mr. scoreboard, 139 to 1 behind, Mornington by 8 points. The umpire says there's a free kick. It's going to go to the big fella Fisher, centre half forward. Held in the ruck. Biggest player out there. To drive it long here at centre half forward. Kicks it low and flat, inside 50. Mark dropped by Frankston, but they had the numbers there for the intercept. They get it quickly, kick close to the boundary, not able to keep it alive is Masillo, as it was intercepted by Lovick. As I say, couldn't take the mark, but got it on the bounce and beat it pretty well. Masillo being opposed to there by Tomlinson. And now another teammate, Donegan, comes back on Masillo. Boundary throw in, taken by the big fella Fisher. And then he got one high again, being so big, and he goes to ground. You are going to go all over it. Might be play on here. No, the umpire says bring it back. As Mornington took it away from the contest, inside 50. 6 players from Dramana in the Mornington team. 6 reps from South Mornington who are also well populated in the under-16 contest earlier today, which Mornington won well. High ball by Fisher, back inside 50, bringing it to ground Mead. Did very, very well, but at the back with numbers. But they're under the pump. Fletcher Bain, who wasn't going to play, but he's playing for Frankston. Lost control of the footy, and the kick by Mornington hits the behind post for out of bounds on the full. Back into play, not good play, trying to find Emil Brennan that had it chopped off, and the mark is paid. Not sure he had complete control of it, Jackson Boyd, but he's been paid it. The boy from Hastings, hard on the boundary, in the right forward pocket, looking for a shot at goal. Not much daylight there. 139 to 1 behind. He kicks into the man on the mark, which is Emil Brennan, who'll be happy that he's made up for his mistake. Spills out this time for Frankston to Diesel. Diesel wasn't able to get hold of the footy, and won by Phoenix Stevenson. As they've set up brilliantly with the wall at half forward, he picks out Mead, who's a big, big presence at centre half forward. Takes another contested mark, and certainly a candidate the way he's going for the Great Syndicates Australia mark of the day. Already kicked a long goal. The only goal of the match. His team 8 points up. He kicks through the footy. He's now kicked 2, and his team at 2-3-15 to 1 behind on the Chisolm Institute scoreboard. A major sponsor of the regional championships, junior regional championships. Day 1 here at Frankston Park. Day 2 on Sunday, and day 3 on the 21st of July, when we'll know who the premiers are, if we don't already know that. There might be some dead rubbers that day, involving, of course, teams from the South East Junior Football Competition, the Outer East Junior Football League, and the Mornington Junior Football League, and the Frankston Junior Football League. Playing a number of grounds around those areas, Emerald, Chelsea, etc. Sorrento had the under 14s and 15s earlier. As out of the middle go Mornington again, winning clearance after clearance from Max Corbin, who's had a bit of the footy. He kicks towards half forward. And again, good tackling inside their attacking 50, just outside by Mornington in the end. Ensuring the ball goes nowhere, still enough hands out of bounds on the outside. Throw up, Boyd, beaten by Fisher. Handball by Frankston. They just can't get any clean footy at the moment. They might now, as they have the footy on the outer side, looking to go sideways instead of going forward. Emil Brennan takes the mark. Gets a Shepherd, hugging the boundary on the outside. This is a deep entry on this occasion. Chance for it to be picked up by Bailey Pays. And the player brought the ground to the goal square. And he's going to get the free kick as he tried to rake it in one hand towards the 10 of the goal square. Now his grandfather's kicking wasn't one of his strengths. His hardness at the footy certainly was. In a grand final of 1971, the great David Parkin back up at the Hawks and the captain outside described as a game where no one touched the footy in the first half. Point blank range for Pays. Receiving the footy and then having to go back into traffic was Darcy Spratt. Got tackled as he saw a lot of blue and yellow jumpers around him. His teammate then tried to lend him support, and that was Angus Clark, his brother of Hunter. Secure the star, wish him all the best as he recovers from a broken jaw. Loose ball again. Blake Pullen tries to Fossey out a hand pass from Frankston. Front heel centre square. He gets the ball back after losing it. Now they win it again. Mornington getting it on the outside. Donegan. Donegan kicks towards the wing. Getting back, almost taking the mark with the flight. It was James Badenshaw. Couldn't get hold of it. Ball's in the middle of the ground. Now an opportunity for Jackson Boyd. Picks the footy up and then gets a hand pass out to Jay Cullen. Under pressure, drives inside 50. Numbers at the back now. For Frankston, almost slipping over Ben Charles, but he manages to dish it off. He had support in the back half. Hayes gets it now in the direction of Bain. Then he hits a teammate on the chest and centre half forward. That's the best passage of play, switching and using the footy well, finding the loose man, finding the outlet player. Thanks it so far in this opening quarter. 1-3-9 to 2 behinds. And that's a lovely goal. We apologise for the technical issues. Ziggy Toledo is seen as a proven goal kicker from Mount Eliza. Kicks there first to cut the margin to 1 point, 139 to 128. In the first quarter. Took a good mark, as I say, good use of the footy, the way they picked apart Mornington going through the middle with the 45-metre kick as well. Loose ball. Pays couldn't get it. Now they've got run off half back. Patton receives it, kicks to half forward. What a great pickup that is. On the charge by Sam McGinniskin for Mornington. Did well to repel into the middle of the ground. His teammate takes the footy. Tomlinson surrounded. In a great tackle right in the bullseye. It'll be thrown up. Beautiful grounds in great condition here at Frankston, as you can see in our coverage on GameFace, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. 139 to 128. Big fist again. Winning it down. Mornington, loose ball, comes on the outside, taken down in a tackle, could have been holding the ball against Millwood, whose father Craig is the defensive coach for the Frankston YCW senior team who are going brilliantly. McGinniskin again for Mornington, ball spinning around. Who's going to get a clean possession? Little handpass came out from Riley Simpson of Mornington, right in front of our commentary position, got it to Phoenix Stevenson. Didn't like the attention he received on that occasion from Masillo, but he holds him up on the wing in front of our commentary position. Mornington by a point. Fist down again. Masillo couldn't grab it. His teammate there trying to burst his way through. This is Bain. Gets the hand pass out, but unfortunately Mornington grab it through Latrell. Didn't like the attention he received and almost gave his opponent one. He didn't quite connect, so the umpire let it go. Good tackling by Mead. Jars the ball free for Mornington. Didn't have enough support and Frankston win it back. Getting it at ground level and able to spear at McGuinness. Towards Emil Brennan. Emil Brennan kicks a good one and he finds a target on the wing on the outer side of Mitchell Smith, who's been prominent. Kicks down the line but turns it over once more. Their defence has been good and this man has been outstanding. McGinniskin for Mornington, already a candidate early days for the Telstra Business Technology Centre player of the day from Melbourne South. Out of bounds at half forward. Mornington 139, Frankston 128. Quarter time, that's on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. A 1 point lead, 1 goal apiece. Mead was very good with his presence at centre half forward for Mornington. Good to see Toledo get a goal late in the quarter. And the midfield players like Masillo, Pays, Emil Brennan begin to insert themselves for Frankston, and McGinniskin also pretty good off half-back. So thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. It's Mornington 139. Fresh from their win in the under-16s and losses earlier today to Frankston down at Sorrento in the under-14s and under-15s respectively. They're 139 to 128. 1 point lead. Get your game face on.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God.
That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games and always remember, get your game face on.
quarter time at Frankston Park. Thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. The under-17 game, the last game of the opening day here at Frankston Park. Number of venues being used involving the 4 junior leagues, AFL Outer East, the Southeast Junior Competition, the Mornington Junior Football League, and the Frankston Junior Football League for the first day of the regional championships. And the under-15s had a good win for Frankston today, and the under-14s and the under-16s in our first match today for Chisolm Institute scoreboard, and also for O'Brien Real Estate, far too good for Frankston. After Frankston led 3-1 at quarter time, from then on it was 9-0 in the last 3 quarters, 10-10-70 to 3-4-22. Quarter time here, good tight contest, 1-3-9. Big Mead kicked a great goal on the run, a candidate for our game changer goal of the day. And a terrific mark, which is a candidate for our Growth Syndicates Australia mark of the day. And then he finished off with a goal, Toledo, in the best piece of play so far. It was a good piece of play, but I'm trying to say the best piece of play for the day so far, the way they used the footy working their way through from the Brian May stand where we're broadcasting from into the middle of the ground with good foot passing, good measuring football, and then being able to find some space, which had been hard for the Frankston Junior Football League inside their 50 until Toledo, who's seen as an important forward from Mount Eliza. I said a bit earlier about a fertile breeding ground in Mount Martha. What about Mount Eliza? All the good young talent they've had come out of there. That's why their under-19s are strong. The reserves are strong. Seniors have won 2 flags in the MPNFL. Second on the table. We'll talk more about it at our football show tonight with myself, Chris Holcomb, and also Wayne Cap. And it's a big match from Mount Eliza this week after they were picked apart by the best defence in the comp, Frankston YCW. And talking of which, young Millwood, Max Millwood is playing for the Frankston team today. His father, Craig, who is the man that looks after the defence at YCW. Undefeated, coached by Paul Gurnett, former Mount Eliza under-19 coach during a golden period for that club. In a pretty open competition. Pines, of course, also having a win on the weekend, and Edie Asper game clear on the bottom, trying to avoid relegation. Second quarter underway. Boyd wins it down for Frankston. Overrun on this occasion by not able to get it. Riley Simpson of Mornington, and eventually it's taken out of the middle by Marcello. Brought down on a tackle for Frankston. Wanders to half forward. Quick kick comes out. Wobbly ball. Now Frankston win the footy again. Pumping hand pass on the outside. Taken by Giorgopoulos. Giorgopoulos gets it to his teammate who gave him the hand pass originally. That's Mitchell Smith, who's been pretty prominent. Swings it high from 35. Misses to the right-hand side. Just sneaks it in for a behind. It's 1-3-9 apiece on the Chisolm Institute scoreboard. McGuinness, who was good in the first quarter as a rebounding defender, back into play with an awkward left foot kick, but enough penetration on it. Slips to the back. Hand pass taken by Diesel. Kicks it high to half forward for Frankston. Eventually drops to Smith, who's been good. Got the hand pass out now to Emil Brennan. Kicks a magnificent goal, backtracking from 50. I know him because he's got the long sleeves on it. He knew as soon as he kicked it. A bit of showboating in a very, very laid-back fashion. You can do that when you're kicking goals like that. But leave the ego at the door. The boys are doing that, but that's a great goal. I'll give him that, and I'll also probably give him goal of the day for the Game Changer organisation, a big part of GameFace. And it is 2-3-15, according to the scoreboard. Where's Mornington's second goal come from? Well, I've got it as 1-3-9. I've only got them kicking 1 goal so far on the Chisolm Institute scoreboard. Tap down in the middle of the ground. It's going to be a free kick, and it will be taken by Mornington. Getting it out of the middle and driving long is Latrell. Latrell kicks long, but getting back. Good mark, last line of defence. It's spilled out, but he's done enough to take the mark is Seamus Lamb. Did well, running with the flight. Has leads, and that's a good kick. Had the distance and the carry and the accuracy. Lovick kicks towards the wing. The helmeted player with the footy is Spratt. Tries to get it for Mornington. Had it taken away. Mitchell Smith's been great. Like a thief in the night. Kicks to half forward. Bouncing ball. Taken on this occasion for Frankston is Tibbles on the left. He'll roll it towards full forward. It'll get away and go out of bounds. Leading in the race for Frankston was Balin McLeod. And it's out of bounds deep in the forward pocket. Is it 2-3-15 apiece? I don't know where Mornington got their second goal from. I must have been asleep. Boundary throw-in. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Oh, yes, that's right. It was kicked by Mead. Sorry, how well am I travelling? 2-3-15 apiece. He's kicked both. Been very, very good. Sorry about that, folks. Ball comes out. Here's an opportunity now for a shot at goal for Frankston. They do well under immense pressure. They spilt it out and Riley Lovick's hooked around the body. And now it's a goal lead to Mount Eliza. 3-3-21 to 2-3-15 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Yes, 2 big goals to Mead. And there's more people have turned up after work on that outer side in particular. Bar sales have been good for the Dolphins. There's quite a few here on this side of the ground as well, which is the Brian May stand side, late in the afternoon. Sun starting to set on a lovely winter's day on the peninsula. 3-3-21, 2-3-15. One down by Big Ben Fisher, starting to win the footy a bit. On the outer side, taken on this occasion by Bloom. Driving his team forward is Phoenix Stevenson for Mornington. And his kick doesn't quite find a target as he received on the outside. Drove it long, but a little bit wide. Boundary thrown in front of the change rooms. 30 metres around, Mornington into attack once again. It's become barren as far as scoring is concerned at the beach end. All the games I've seen here over the last 3 years in this competition. Knocked backwards by Mornington, big pack forming. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it up. 3-3-21 to 2-3-15. Tap down again. Loose ball comes out. Trying to bust through with a tackle, but the umpire said it's holding the ball against Frankston. And a good tackle late inside 50 by Harrison Tully. Tyre well represented in this game as well, which is good. Been a tough year for them in the seniors, but a good effort against Hastings on the weekend. We're actually level at half time, but didn't kick a goal in the first third or last quarters. Let's see if Harrison Tully can kick Mornington's first goal of this second quarter. And he has. Scores level again. 3-3-21 apiece. Good contest in the under-17s in the regional championships, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Good tackling inside 50. Times Frankston have been able to get the ball out of their defensive 50 a little bit too easily and too often. No doubt for Ben Holmes' liking, but he would have been happy with that forward pressure. The dual premiership forward at Dramana was there in 2018 and came back halfway mark of the season 2019. Involved in triathlons now, looking after his family, working and coaching the juniors in this competition. No rest for the wicket. Ball's bounced down, taking a defensive side pattern for Frankston. Kicks towards the wing. Big fist from behind McGinniskin, and then he recovers at ground level. He's a good player. Grubbers a kick, but taken by, on this occasion, Bain, who defends nicely for Frankston towards half forward, and there's going to be a free kick. And again, Mornington, they're giving away a few free kicks at the moment, Frankston. 3-3-21 apiece. And McGinniskin, who's been superb, will take that free kick. Again, he kicks it towards the boundary line. Finds a target. Phoenix Stevenson once more in front of the Mornington coach's dugout. Kicks into bodies, and one in particular in Connor Georgakopoulos, and it goes out of bounds. Just kicked it a bit too low. Didn't take a step back. Force the error. So 3-3-21 apiece. Boundary throw-in. Big fist again by the big ruckman Fisher. Loose ball. Good tackling by both teams, but on that occasion, once again, a bit overzealous from the FDJFL, and they've given away the last 3 free kicks. Kicking inside 50, probing ball by Tomlinson. Doesn't find a target for the Mornington team. Quick hand pass comes out from Lovick, but it's a bit fierce from Frankston. Emil Brennan couldn't get there. Boundary thrown right on attacking 50 for Mornington. You can feel that breeze coming in from the beach. The end they're kicking to in this second quarter. Back into play. One down by Fisher. And now Frankston have the footy, the kick out towards the wing. Patton leading in the race. Oh, he overruns it. 1 on 2, though, in favour of Frankston. They might still come out with this. And there's a third one. McMillan was waiting on the outside as his teammate got involved to win the contest. And that was Pays. Kick inside 50, though, intercepted once again by Mornington. And that was by Lachlan Earnshaw. And they've got it on the outer side of the ground, but that's a turnover. This is a good game of footy, but lots of turnovers at the moment. Lots of parry and thrust. Kick to half forward. Taken on the half volley by Toledo. Feeds a hand pass over the top. And then there's a shot at goal from the left forward pocket. A magnificent shot at goal. And that's the fourth one for Frankston, and that's again a candidate for the game-changer goal of the day. Good play by Toledo. Saw a teammate on his own. He had to throw it on the boot quickly. He had opponents ready to confront him, but he managed to angle it nicely. And that's a terrific goal to give his team the lead again. 4-3-27 to 3-3-21 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. He didn't panic, knowing he had opponents around him. 3 goals to 1 this quarter. Toledo doing the ruck work. Gets it down and gets the hand pass out. The player that did kick that goal was Brodie Tibbles, who's also a proven goal kicker. And there'll be a secondary bounce just outside the centre square. Toledo up, wins it down. Loose ball. No one can win this contest. Laying a good tackle, putting his opponent to ground was Tomlinson, wanting a free kick back inside 50. But McGinniskin, probably the best on ground at the moment. The interceptor for Mornington takes another intercepting mark, 35 out from the goal they're defending at the Carr Street end. Lobs a kick to the wing, trying to take mark of the day was Jackson Boyd for Mornington. Spills towards the Frankston team. Kick inside 50, punched on close to the boundary by Frankston once more. Toledo getting involved, and it'll be thrown up 35 from goal. Having some repeat entries in this quarter. 3 goals to 1 to the Carr Street end for Frankston. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate for our coverage today. Toledo up, wins it down. Hand pass out. Mornington intercept. Hurried kick towards the wing. But again, Frankston with numbers. They look to go for the switch. 1 on 2 against. He made a good contest on that occasion in Austin Reed for Mornington, allowing his teammate McGinniskin to get the footy and kick down the line. They're outnumbered a bit at the moment, Mornington. Taking the footy again with 2 opponents around him was Jackson Mead, and it's holding the ball, and the free kick will go the way of Millwood. No, it won't. Taking the free kick will be Bain. Bain in short. There's talk he wouldn't play, but he is playing, which is good news. Finds Whiteman. Whiteman just behind the wing. Picks out Emil Brennan. Emil Brennan now. He's unsure what to do. He's dancing. Wants to get around his opponent, Corbin. Nearly gives it up, but gets the hand pass out. They have given it up now. He was trying to be a bit too fancy by half. And he tried to find Ben Charles. Free kick goes to Mornington. They drive it long. Inside 50. 1 on 2. Good contest by Mead. Spills to the back of the pack and finds Reed. Austin Reed kicks to half forward, and that's a good kick. There's a player out in his own in the goal square. If they can get it to him, he should take the mark. This is going to be Brodie Edwards. He takes the mark. Open goal. It all opened up for them. Frankston went forward thinking they were going to have a chance to kick for goal, and then they turned it over front edge centre square, and they couldn't get their players back in time with the two-way running, and it's 4-3-27 apiece on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. They kept their shape in the forward line then, Mornington. And just Emil Brennan, probably one touch. He just needed to get it on the boot, get it inside 50. Certainly got some class about him, but just turned it over a couple of times. He'll work on that. So the rest of the championships continue. Game 2 on Sunday, then Game 3, of course, July 21st. Toledo of Frankston wins it down again. Trying to get hold of the footy is Simpson of Mornington. He's all over it. It's pushed out. McGinniskin gets his hands free, and then he finds Boyd. Front edge of the contest, kicks inside 50, spills to the back. Mopped up by Millwood. Kicks nicely. Frankston have it again. They're looking to switch. This kick needs to be good. It was good enough. Standing his ground and marking Emil Brennan. Gets it on the half volley. Handball on the outside of Toledo. He received the hand pass from Lovick. He kicks inside 50. His kick is not a bad one. It'll find a target, and that was Pays. He got the hand pass out, and there's another shot at goal, and it's been finished by Emil Brennan once again, who received the hand pass and made up for the mistake earlier from 40 metres out. It's goal for goal here. 4 goals to 2 this quarter, 5-3-33 to 4-3-27 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard close to half-time. Good finishing, good work again by Frankston, who are not afraid to switch it when they get it at half-back, particularly on that outer side, defending at the beach end, and they've got their runners. I thought on that occasion that the kick was going to be cut off by Spratt in the helmet for Mornington when it came to Emil Brennan, who started the attacking play on the Brian May stand side in front of our commentary position, but it worked out well. Toledo doing well, wins the ruck work, bursting out of the middle, getting a hand pass, is Lovick again. It's almost run down. They win it back. Winning the footy's Mitchell Smith. He gets the hand pass again. Left foot snap at goal on the run. Wasn't a bad effort by McGuinness. But Angus Clark, the brother of Hunter, gets back last line of defence, 2 hands it through for a spoil behind. 34 plays 27. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Clark back into play. Don't know when his brother's back after the broken jaw. Loose contest at ground level. Player down. And it will go Frankston's way. Free kick. Handball over the top. Taken by Patton, kicks inside 50. Big mark from behind. Candidate for the mark of the day, Great Syndicates Australia. And it was a good kick into space. One of those chaos balls about 25, 30 metres from goal. Always tough for defenders to defend. And Max Corbin it is Bailey Pays taking the mark. Max Corbin, of course, plays for Mornington. Bailey Pays directly in front as he snuck it home. The grandfather of the late great Travis Pays puts it through and gives his team breathing space. 5 goals to 2 this quarter for Frankston. 6-4-40, 4-3-27 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Again, just getting the footy. They're winning a lot of the contests. And their work on the outside in particular, Frankston at the moment, very, very impressive. Very impressive. So on this wing now is Patton of Frankston, Stevenson of Mornington. Thrown up on the wing. One down by Fisher for Mornington, and they get the footy. Comes from the boot of Phoenix Brown. Couple of Phoenixes in this team. Close to the boundary, Latrell. Inside 50, high ball, waiting at the back. He's already kicked 2 Mead. He dribbles it along the ground. Jason Dunstall will be having conniptions, but it doesn't matter. He's kicked his 3rd. Well played by the big fella. He read it like a book, threw it on the boot, showed wonderful dexterity, and that's a candidate for the game-changer goal of the day. No doubt about that, and it is parry and thrust, goal for goal, back to 7 points. The MJFL 5-3-33 Mornington and Frankston, who've kicked 5 goals in this quarter to 3, a 6-4-40. What a goal that was. A couple of times, their big fellas have managed to get out the back, Mornington, as the defenders of Frankston have pushed up to try and set a wall to make them, I suppose, shallow forward entries. One in the ruck by Ziggy Toledo of Frankston, but a free kick to Ben Fisher. Hard to bowl over, but he was bowled over, and he'll take it just behind the centre circle. He will deliver in short. It's missed by Patton and marked at the back by Simpson. Simpson kicks Mornington inside 50 again. Crashing the pack is the big fella Mead. Goes to ground. Latrell working hard. Traps in front. Then hooks around the body. High kick inside 50. Almost a good mark down there, but not able to hang on to it was Bloom of Frankston. Then a hand pass comes out the top for Mornington, but the defenders get back in time to ensure that it wasn't a goal and a rush behind on the board. So it's 5-4-34 to 6-4-40. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Kick back into play and receiving it and then bouncing his way out of defence is Baden Shop. But he turns it over. So Mornington have a chance, slightly attacking side of the wing on the outer side, well populated. In short again, Simpson takes the mark, met late in an attempt to spoil by Pullen, one of the stars from Langwarren, who are well represented. And now he has Fisher marking on the edge of the centre square. All alone, the big fella. 65 from goal, kicks inside 50, doesn't find the target. Missed by Patton of the Frankston team. Little hand pass came out on the up from Donegan, and now they end up with it. Shot at goal, open goal, and working his way through as it came off the pack is Simpson, and he's levelled the scores. He read it beautifully, sharked it sensationally inside 50, making sure he read where the ball was going to go and finished it off, weaving his way through some heavy traffic. Good contest, goal for goal. They've kicked the last couple to cut a 13-point deficit to make the scores level, 6-4-40 apiece. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And Simpson been very good. Candidate for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. Best on ground. Back in the middle again. Fisher doing the ruck work with Toledo, who kicked a goal early in the game. Taps it down. Out of the middle. Go Frankston. High kick inside 50. Came from the boot on that occasion of McGuinness. No one can take the mark. Off hands, trying to get boot to ball. Not able to, Frankston. Ball goes to ground again. Good contest. Both teams working hard. They can't extract it from the pack. 40 metres out from goal. Well done, McGuinness. Nice clearance there for Frankston. He's loved one before half time. 3 scoring game. 5 goals to 4 in this quarter. Big fist by Fisher once more. Getting a little punch on it was Pullen for Frankston. 30 metres out from their goal. A lot of players around the contest. Getting his hands free with a hand pass McMillan. It's in the forward pocket. The defenders are there for Mornington. Socket off the ground, keeping it alive. That was pretty good play by Mitchell Smith, who's having a good game. But it goes from one forward pocket to the outer forward pocket. And luckily for Mornington, it's out of bounds. 20 metres around from the goal. They're defending at the Carr Street end. Almost half time. Sun setting on a lovely winter's day in Frankston. Knocked to the back. And then there's a snap at goal. That's a terrific goal again by Marcello. Right on half time. He read the Ben Fisher punch from Mornington. And that'll hurt Mornington. Good quarter of footy. 6 goals to 4. And Marcello snapped from 35. And right in the mix for the game-changer goal of the day. So on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard, we'll get the score right this time. 7-4-46 Frankston. 6 goals to 4 in that quarter. Mornington led at quarter time. They are 6-4-40. Among their stars is the big 4, Jackson Mead, who's kicked 3 and in contention at the moment for the Best on Ground award from Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. And our mark of the day have had some big marks too, of which he took one for Growth Syndicates Australia. We thank O'Brien Real Estate, who are our naming rights for our coverage today of the first day of the regional championships here at Frankston. We saw earlier today in the under-16s, Mornington dismantled Frankston. They were down by 9 points at quarter time, the MJFL, but they kicked 9 goals to none in the second half. And Frankston had 2 quarters at the beach end where they did not score in the second and last terms. And it was a big win, 10-10-70 to 3-4-22. Really good game here, 7-4-46 to 6-4-40 at half-time. There is a 1-goal lead to, I'll just double-check that score. It is 7-4-46 to 6-4-40 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. A 1-goal lead to Frankston, 6 goals to 4 in the second quarter. Thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. Get your game face on.
onside Sophie Ma, but Isabella Khan gets the upper hand.
Just gets it past the fielder. You're in trouble, Pierce Sterling. He run out.
And we
Wonderful
saw
to see some of the greats of Australian sport here today.
It's just on exactly 2 miles. Two-time Olympic Games finalist over the 3,000 steeple.
Too wide. In the inside is Ma, but down the outside is Khan.
Over running it at ground level. Charlie Rowe again from Mount Eliza.
I want to crash the interview. Take the microphone, please. Thank you. So I just want to be a big fan of yours. So I'm in the federal parliament, but you play Big Bash.
Come outdoors. We're sitting here watching athletics. There's heaps of people running of all ages.
Times through, so this first place is really important. The runner in green in Buddy.
Eddie Jerovic now has got a bit of move to do. He's got to try to get a run off the bank somewhere. He's
Gertz roosts that one. That is a monster of a kick for a goal. Waters in again short. He hits this high, and he might have got enough on this to go for 6. It has. Coming into a catching position on the onside. Mills the spoon shot. He's picked the gap beautifully. What a shot that is.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God. That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games and always remember, get your game face on.
Great to have your company on GameFace. If you just joined us, welcome. It's been a wonderful day's footy in the regional junior championships involving AFL Outer East, the South East Junior Comp, the Mornington Junior Football League, who won the under-16s earlier today, but were beaten down at Sorrento in the under-14s and 15s by the Frankston Junior Football League. Great rivalry between these two leagues, and at the moment, in a ripping game of footy, it was 2-1 in favour of Mornington at quarter time. Big Mead's causing some issues. We've got some big fellows in this Mornington side, including Tommy, my tech producer's cousin, Ben Fisher, who's the biggest man out there. They call him Little Ben because Tommy's dad is Big Ben, even though young Ben is certainly Big Ben. And some famous names too, Angus Clark. Playing at the moment for the Mornington Junior Football League. His older brother Hunter, early draft pick for St Kilda, broken jaw due to that David McKay controversy. Reckon he should have got at least 1 week, McKay, for that. I know a lot of people felt it was in the contest, but he did leave the ground. And we do look at the game nowadays as what is the injury from a collision or from an incident like that. And I know in years gone by, it wouldn't have mattered, and you might get a broken jaw from friendly fire. And that's fair enough too, but I still believe he probably should have got a couple of weeks. Hunter Clark did suffer a bad injury, but he didn't. And good to see young Angus out there from that fertile breeding ground of footy. Number 1 draft picks, Jacob Wiedering and Lockie Whitfield from there. We're talking to Mount Martha. And they're well represented in this under-17 game as well as the under-16 game. But Frankston Juniors by a goal, 7-4-46, 6-4-40. Second half underway for O'Brien's Real Estate, and out of the middle straight away, taking it defensively is Diesel. Diesel kicks towards the wing on the outer side. Just call him Diesel because he's got one of those tennis names, with the greatest respect to him and his family. I'll try and see if I can pronounce it a little bit later when we get a break in play. Goes close to the boundary. I'm going to try now. Bruce de Laborde from Langwarren. And the coach behind me has said, yep. He's happy with that. Thank you, Coach. 7-4-46, 6-4-40. Boundary throw-in. Tap down again. I'm sure he just calls him Diesel as well. Gets the hand pass out to Latrell. He tumbles a kick towards half forward for Mornington. They've got numbers at the back though, Frankston. And combining nicely, receiving a hand pass and getting his team out of trouble is Bloom of Frankston, but he turns it over. They're sitting up well behind the ball at the moment, Mornington. Latrell off the side of the boot. High kick to half forward. Is there a big mark taken? Who's got it? Yes, it is the big fella, Ben Fisher, playing forward now for Mornington. Kicks it wide and high from the half-forward flank on the social clubroom side to the Brian Maystand side, but he kicked it a little bit too hard and out of bounds, only 10 metres around from the goal. They're attacking at the Carn Street end. 7-4-46 to 6-4-40. The breeze has probably died down a bit, which always favours that Carr Street end of the ground. Tap down. It's forced out again by Frankston. Handball run down. Here's an opportunity, trying to work his way out of trouble. Is Diesel once more. Did get a hand pass out, but intercepted by Mornington. Ends up with Phoenix Stevenson, is wrapped up as well. At half forward, it'll be thrown up. Stevenson from Rye. Knocked down again. Hurry kick. Smothered. Max Corvin through traffic from Mornington. Still inside attacking 50. Falls now to Emil Brennan. Once, twice, lost it. Now emerging with it is Mornington. Getting it is Reed. Reed is confronted. Got it back now to Stevenson. Kicks inside 50, but there is a free kick at the back to be taken by Frankston. Riley Lovick has been pretty solid. Kicks into the back pocket now. And with the footy is Baden Shop. And he'll go to the outer side of the ground as they switch. Trying to find a way out of their defensive 50 at the moment, Frankston. Leading by a goal. And they might here, even though the mark was dropped, but taken on the spillage by Bain. Kicks down the line for Frankston. Playing the ball in front is Patton. It does well to make valuable ground, but then he got tackled but not in possession. He had it, lost it, played it in front again quite cleverly and wins the free kick. Kicks inside 50. Toledo up, taken in a contest by Angus Clark. All over him like a cheap suit, according to the umpire. I'm not sure there was a lot in it. They played on the spillage, Frankston, but it has to go back to Toledo, who kicked a goal. Their only goal in the first quarter to the beach end, where he's shooting to now, and then did a lot of ruck work in that second term, changing with young Brody Boyd from Karen Patterson Lake. So Ziggy Toledo from Mount Eliza looking for his second. Long run up. You see it so often where a team dominates inside 50, but doesn't put the score on the board. Oh, there's one of the biggest pains in sport on the peninsula. Hello, Rooster. Slightly right of centre half for the Lunatics here. 45 metres from goal. It's off the side of the boot, and it'll almost go out of bounds. It's kept alive again. No, Rooster, we don't need you on. Thanks very much. Here's Emil Brennan. Beats one, beats two. Snaps around the body. There's the goal of the day. He can play, that young fella. What a goal that is by Emil Brennan. 8-4-52 to 6-4-40. He was dancing. He tried to do it a bit earlier inside the centre square and got caught. On that occasion, he had awareness around him. He had players he could have dished off, but he decided, I'm going to take this on, and he's kicked a great goal. 8-4-52 to 6-4-40 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. That is a sensational goal, and that has to be the game-changer goal of the day so far. Gee, Ben Holmes would be disappointed. His team was so good early part of this quarter, keeping it inside 50 for Mornington, but they couldn't put the score on the board. Now 2-goal lead to Frankston. Some work to do. Getting the footy now. He's been good, this young bloke, off half-back, and grabbing the footy once more is Bavenshop. Kicking it inside 50. Frankston once more. Taken in a tackle, brought to ground is Caleb Newitt, holding the ball against him. Bavenshop just taking it on. back edge of the centre square. Reading it well as a halfback flanker for Frankston. Kick is out of bounds on the full. Not a good kick. From the boot of Earnshaw. And Archie McGuinness has it. He kicks it low and flat to no one in particular. But they might run onto it here, Frankston. But don't argue. Trying to get it free. And he almost did with Brody Tibbles. Loose ball, nearly a screamer at half forward, not taken. Now Mornington win control of the footy. But again, the kick missing the target. Waiting for the outlet kick was Stevenson. He didn't receive it. And once again, it's a neutral contest at half forward. 52-40. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Boundary throw-in. Taking side of the wing for Frankston. Winning it down, Whiteman. Trips over his opponent. Should have given away a free kick then, I thought. It was a bit clumsy by the young fellow. And the player that he tripped into was Phoenix Brown from Dramana. A couple of Phoenixes, as I mentioned a bit earlier. Dan has gone out with the arc, that name. One of the great names in life. Ball close to the boundary. Trying to keep it alive is Austin Reed. Can't. Paddling to his own advantage. And it'll be thrown back into play. Right on attacking 50. You see some great characters. He's one of the great characters of sport on the peninsula, the Rooster. Does a lot for the Dramana Cricket Club. Boundary throw-in again. Tap down. And at the Rove, Diesel, who's been very good for Frankston, high half and under kick. Inside 50. At the drop again, Max Corbin there tries to collect and handballs defensively, but gives it up. Mitchell Smith does well, running into an open goal, misses to the right. He handballed to Phoenix Brown, and he got taken in a tackle, and he gave it up, and Mitchell Smith chipped in for the Frankston team and didn't miss by much. Flying shot at goal to the beach end. 8-5, 52 to 6-4, 40. That's, just can't get it past the defensive 50 at the moment, Mornington at the beach end. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our coverage brought to you by O'Brien's Real Estate. High kick towards the wing on the outer side. No mark taken. Loose ball. A hurry kick comes out from Mornington. And then a good mark taken, despite wearing one, from Lovick by Corbin. He spreads it wide to the wing. A kick towards half forward. Down the line. No mark taken. Waiting at the back. Being terrific. The left footer, Baven shot, but turned over once more by Mornington. And they kick to the front edge of the centre square. Player out in his own is Stevenson. And he receives it from Riley Simpson. Stevenson will drive long to full forward. They get the numbers down there. Then off the pack, trying to put it through for a goal was Mead, but the defenders were able to touch her behind. Good play. First score of the quarter for Mornington. 8-5, 53 to 6-5, 41. Emil Brennan takes the mark in the back pocket. The lights are on now, but he might have turned this over. Should be a mark to Mornington. And he played on immediately after taking that mark, Mitchell Collins. And elects to kick it out of bounds. Should have gone back and then tried to drive it long into a chaos ball situation inside 50. But he makes valuable ground, gets it around that forward pocket, 25 from goal. $53 to 41. Just one goal in this third quarter with the lights now on at half wrap power. They'll get it out of defence again. And the left footer receives the hand pass. Baden shot. Then he got the hand pass out, and then he got it back and got tackled. Stevenson picks it up. Tries to handle to Latrell for Mornington. Then coming through with the footy is Edwards. Run down from behind. Good play. A lack of awareness by Mornington. Good defence by Frankston. Baden Shop takes the mark in the back pocket. Gets it back to the man who laid the tackle originally, McGuinness. And he's able to get it to Emil Brennan, one of the best on the ground. And he delivers to the halfback flank on the outer side. A high kick. Down the line, looking for someone to mark. And just couldn't quite hang on to the mark. Masillo, captain of the Frankston Dolphins, off his hands and out of bounds. Right in front of the social club rooms, almost true wing position. And also the admin officers for the Frankston Dolphins in the VFL. 53 to 41. Chisholm Institute scoreboard, just one goal in the third quarter. Second quarter was a wonderful quarter of footy. 6 goals to 4 in favour of Frankston, who trailed by a goal at quarter time. Well beaten in the under-16s earlier today. Thrown up again. Hurry kick comes out. Inside 50 by Corbin. Leading in the race, Mead. Gets it out now. Snap at goal by Jet Tomlinson. And then there's a mark in the goal square. In front. Mark taken by Edwards. He read the flight the best. It was dipping. Now they're starting to get a bit of inside 50 repeat entries. Mornington to cut it to a goal. Oh, he's missed it. Slight angle, 20 metres out. They can ill afford that when they were pressing at 6-6, 42 to 8-5, 53. Back into play go Frankston. High penetration to half back. Mark to Bain. Bain in short. Had the ball fisted away Masillo. They win the footy back. Taken by Georgakopoulos. Goes wide again. Still behind the wing on the outer side. Kicking down the line. Toledo up. Makes a good contest. Brings it to ground. Swung back though by McGinniskin on the non-preferred foot for Mornington. In the middle of the ground. Loose ball. Frankston with numbers. Masillo a hand pass on the outside. Misses the target. It's close to the boundary. Player taken down in a tackle. Lovick. As he tried to bust some tackles. Couldn't. Free kick goes Mornington's way. They press again. Latrell gets up, makes a good contest. At ground level, rove by Tomlinson. High kick, inside 50. But Frankston again stem the tide. They're on the switch once more. Patton has been an outlet player. Handball's over the top now. Looking to try and drive their team long as Bain. Bain kicks down the wing, 1-on-3 against the Frankston player down here. Pays. He makes a good contest to ensure his team nearly halves it. And they'll get a free kick as his teammate got involved in McMillan. McMillan now on the left, kicks down the line towards half forward. Not a good bounce. Mornington have the numbers at the back. The hand pass came out, was almost run down Angus Clark, but he had a teammate lending him support. That is Sam McGinniskin, who's been very good today. He kicks down the line, but a turnover with an excellent intercept mark, one of the marks of the day for Growth Syndicate Australia, completed by Ben Charles of Langwarren. The halfback flanker driving back inside 50 at the beach end, making a contest. Mitchell Smith brings it to ground. Handball comes out, trying to clear it, but kicking into bodies is Austin Reed, the defender for Mornington. Gets another crack at it, taken by Ben Fisher. Throws it on the left for Mornington, but attacking it hard into an open goal is Bain. It is an open goal. He's kicked it. He just attacked that hard. Did not break stride and kicks one of the goals of the day for Game Changer and gives his team a handy buffer now on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And it is 9-5-59. Might be a bit more than that. We'll double check it. Yeah, 9-5-59 to 6-6-42. 17 points on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. 2 goals to none this quarter. Great goal by Bain, who's been a good rebounding halfback flanker. Fisher in the ruck. Latrell bursts his way through. Goes for the spiral punt. The big torpedo punt inside 50. Teammate camped underneath it. Might have brought down a great Mark Simpson when he had towering opposition around him like seesaws trying to spoil, but he just kept his ground and takes an excellent mark. Latrell Willow, the wisp, how quick was he? He read that off the pack brilliantly from the Fisher tap. They look good when Big Ben Fisher is there, but he needs a breather every now and again. He's the biggest man out there. He's been terrific today. Simpson, to keep his team well in this, have not kicked a goal this quarter. To the Carr Street end, which has been the scoring end all day. His kick lacks a little bit of distance. Off hands, kept alive. Chance now for Mornington, but it's as their kick was smothered in the goal square. Eventually knocked through for a behind by Bain, who scored the last goal. 6-7-43 Mornington, 9-5-59 Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Kick back into play. Told to go again, and they go to the outer side now. Mark taken by Emil Brennan at half back. Been pretty good. Swings a kick down the line to McGuinness. Still at half back. Or kicks into the man on the mark, turns it over. Might get it back as his opponent, who did a very good job, to hold his line. Couldn't quite grab the footy and swing it back inside 50. And the player that smothered that was Harrison Tully, boy from Tired for Mornington. Ball's at half forward, and the umpire says, I'll throw it up again. Mornington just would love a goal. They need a goal. Down by 16 points on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Big fist. Again by Fisher. Makes about 25 metres. But the defence of Frankston holding firmly. Nice kick. And the mark completed by Pullen. One of the stars from Lang Warren delivers into the middle. Look at that for a bullet kick. How good is that? Finds Bailey Pays, who's having an influence. Pays kicks it to half forward. Oh, good strong mark. Smith, handballs to Emil Brennan. Wasn't expecting it, lost it. But eventually Smith is able to mop it up. Handballs back now towards Pays. Pays gets it to Bain, who's having a huge quarter. Kicks now to half forward. Picked up by McMillan. McMillan swinging kick to full forward. Mark taken goal. Brodie Tibbles takes the mark. Puts it through. Too strong at the moment. And they get some more space between themselves and Mornington on the scoreboard. 10-5, 65 to 6-6, 42. Excellent mark taken in the goal square, using strength. And getting tougher for Mornington, who've just found it hard to score this quarter. A little bit like Frankston in the under-16s, who went goalless after quarter time and scoreless in the second and final terms. One down by Fisher again, but roved out of the middle once more by Frankston. McGuinness inside 50. McGuinnesskin does well to get the hand pass out, but got it the wrong way. Picked up on the left, and a player runs out on his own Toledo and takes the mark. McLeod received the hand pass as they panicked a bit. Mornington inside defensive 50, and McLeod going the right way. The hand pass went the wrong way as far as Mornington's concerned, and Toledo could run into an open goal unopposed and drive it home, which he did. 11-5, 71 now to 6-6, 42. And they've kicked 10 goals to 4 since quarter time, Frankston. And the lead strengthening and lengthening all the time, out to 29 points on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And we thank O'Brien Real Estate for their coverage today. Riley Lovick doing a bit of work in the middle of the ground on Max Corbin, who's one of the key playmakers for Mornington. Fisher wins his own clearance, but it's turned over again. Comes down to the left footer who drives his team, Baden Shop, inside 50. He received the hand pass from Ben Charles. It's picked up now towards full forward. Loose ball came from Bailey Pays, but turned over by Mornington towards the wing. And a strong mark completed by Simpson has been one of his team's best as he outmarks the attempted punch from Connor Georgopoulos. But his turnover is no good. Bain has been excellent. Kicked a goal and also cut off everything at half-back. Will switch into the middle. He has options everywhere, and taking the mark, McGuinness, who's played well. Back to Bain. Back edge centre square. He delivers to the outer side of the ground and sticky fingers. And a very good mark on the lead, completed by Mitchell Smith. Just about BOG for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. Off hands. The kick towards half forward and spinning by was Emil Brennan. Couldn't control it in front of the change rooms, the Dolphins change rooms, on that outer side at half forward at the beach end. 11-5, 71 to 6-7, 43, margin 28 points. Chisholm Institute scoreboard, close to three-quarter time. Frankston up by a big margin. Boundary throw-in again. No one can get a clean possession. Close to the boundary. Emil Brennan again. Lost control of it. Might have just squeezed a 2-metre kick in. Cleared out of defence by Mornington through Jet Tomlinson. And they have a chance to build. No, they don't, because it's a turnover in the way of Frankston. Driving inside 50. Big fist from behind. Roved off the pack. Snapping ball. Goes across the face from Pays, who's been pretty good today, and through for a behind. 29 points, front and square. 6-7, 43 to 11-6, 72. Back into play, McGuinness, an awkward kicking style, but been good today for Mornington. But they've got numbers, but off hands. It's cleared by Mornington. Taken by Corbin towards the wing, but 3-on-1 in this contest, and Bain picks it up again. He's had a great third quarter on the slip, and he kicks towards Baden Shop, who's been just as good with his Clever using of the footy on the left. He finds Emil Brennan, his opponent overcommitted. Emil Brennan outmarks his opponent in a one-on-one contest. Kicks inside 50, crashing the pack. Toledo couldn't take the mark. They've got a chance there, Mornington, but good forward 50 pressure by Frankston ensures that there's a tackle, and Toledo will take it right on the siren. Right on the siren. And if he kicks this goal, I'm going to put it down as the game-changer goal of the day. There have been a few contenders. He's backing himself, young Ziggy Toledo. Kicked a goal in the first quarter, the first goal for Frankston. I think he might go for the big torp here. He does. He doesn't quite get onto it, and it bounces about 15 metres out from goal. Still alive for the moment, but knocked away by the Mornington defenders. So it is three-quarter time, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And they went goalless that quarter, Mornington, after kicking 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Frankston booted 1 in the first, 5 in the second, and 5 in the third. They've been accurate to 11-6-72 to 6-7-43, a margin of 29 points at three-quarter time. We'll take a break and be back with more shortly on our coverage, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a bang.
Oh my God. That's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy, and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games, and always remember, get your game face on.
1 quarter to go, starting to get dark, but it's still pleasant. A little bit cooler, but still pleasant. Just put an extra layer of clothing on. As someone once said to me, they love winter because you can put as many layers of clothing on as you like. Summer, you can be sweating like 10 men. I don't exactly know how much sweating 10 men do, but I presume if they're all together they would, wouldn't they, if it's really, really hot. Comedy's not my strength. Anyway, 3-quarter time, thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate. Big quarter by Frankston. 11-6-72 to 6-7-43. They kicked 4 goals to none. Mornington going goalless in that quarter. They led at quarter time. But when they went forward that quarter, the man that had kicked 3 of their 6 goals, Mead, was well held. The defence was pretty good for Frankston. And their forward line, they've got options everywhere. It's going to be hard to give the best on ground to. Emil Brennan's been good at times. He's probably tried to do a bit too much for the Frankston team, but he's played a really good game. Love the game of Baden Shop off half-back from Mount Eliza. Reads it superbly. Bain was fantastic. He's got better and better the longer the game's gone. Kicked a brilliant goal on the run, which might nearly be our goal of the day for Game Changer. And certainly Tommy Harvey, my tech producer, has done a great job today. His cousin, Ben Fisher, has been standout player for Mornington, the big fella in the ruck, but can't do it on his own. Latrell at times has been good. The Willow the Wisp, who looks, tiny next to him. Mind you, everyone looks tiny out there compared to Ben Fisher, who they call Little Ben in the Harvey Fisher family. They're pretty fired up as they come out of their dugout, or huddle, I should say, the Frankston Junior Football League. Don't forget our footy show tonight in the MPNFL. Hulks and Cappy joining me once again. There's been a bit of controversy in the Chelsea Coringal game. Ended up being a draw. We'll talk more about it on the footy show, but there are some, well, allegations is not the right word, but there are some, I suppose, rumours floating around that maybe the score was wrong at quarter time. It was a vital game for both teams. And Chelsea missed out on an opportunity of winning to go to 24 points with Devon Meadows, who they played this week, who returned to the top 5 after losing their spot when they were well beaten by Langy, who went down to Somerville on the weekend, an injury-ravaged Somerville. But the last quarter's underway here. Fisher wins it down. Straight away, Marcello gets the hand pass out to Patton for Frankston. Ball's at ground level and trying to extricate himself from a tackle and get rid of the footy, but he's thrown to ground by little Latrell, who's the skinniest and smallest guy out there, is Pays. Thrown up again. Tap down, still inside the centre square. Lovick does well for Frankston. Coming the other way, McGinniskin, and also got support on that occasion from his teammate who holds it up in Donegan. It just charged forward by both teams without getting a possession. Patton eventually does. Cleared Fisher. Got it to Lovick, back to Patton. Kickers run down in the middle of the ground. And taken in a tackle is Marcillo. Throwing the ball. Free kick to Max Corvin, one of his team's best from Mornington. Kicks inside 50. Attacking it was Mead. Couldn't take the mark. And eventually Bain gets the footy at the drop. Handballs a long hand pass to Emil Brennan. Breaks the tackle. Kicks to an open forward line. Almost a mark down there, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. McLeod. Mornington now can clear. McGinniskin receives on the outside. Wobbles a kick to the wing. Over the head of Little Latrell. He goes back on it again. Opposed to Patton. They're both quick. Both number ones. He slips over. He's held by one arm by Patton, and the umpire says no prior. It'll be thrown up on the edge of the centre square in front of the Bromay stand where we're broadcasting from. 72-43. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Big Fisher. He just immersed himself in the contest. Kicks to half forward. Punch down. No one can take the mark. Hand pass came out on that occasion by Frankston, but it didn't reach the target. Mornington keep it inside attacking 50. Player runs into trouble, Donegan. He can't get his way through either. A lot of players around the contest. Walls everywhere from both sides. It's a good contest inside 50. Mornington trying to find a scoring chance. Hand pass from Mead. Got it out on this occasion, and the kick comes inside 50 by Tully. Again, no mark taken. Again, the defence of Frankston good. 20 from goal. And it'll be thrown up once more. 29-point lead. Tap down. A shot off the edge of the boot from Edwards. Has it been marked inside the line? It has been marked inside the line. Kick comes back to centre half forward to centre it, and Fisher marks. But no, they've got to go back and kick it again. So Edwards looking to open up the angle. This will be a great goal. He opens up the angle and he misses behind narrow. 6-8-44, still goalless since half time. 11-6-72. On the Chisholm Institute scoreboard, Bain getting ready to kick back into play, one of his team's best today from Langwarrin. His coach for the Langwarrin under-17 team just behind me here, and having a good chat to him earlier. His side going pretty well, been pretty competitive. He's a bit unsure what to do. He will kick long. It's a beautiful kick with distance to the outer side. Players arrive. No one can take the mark at the drop. Clean possession, not achieved. On the outside, Simpson tried to get a hand pass out. Player taken down, McGuinness. Receives a free kick. Goes back inboard. Finds Diesel. Kicks now to a teammate who has the footy and is taken high. Again, they haven't been afraid to go across the face. And taken by Max Millwood. His father is Craig. Was with Dramana when they won those two flags as the bench coach. And now at Frankston YCW. Finds Lovick, who's been a solid player. Defensive midfielder down the line to Toledo. He's done some ruck work and kicked a goal from Mount Eliza. Key forward, kicks inside 50 now at the Car Street end. No mark, but waiting down at the back is the small forward McLeod. Had more time than he thought. Everyone else went up. He was there, window shopping, but he misses to the left-hand side. He could have run another 5 metres to make sure of it, but just didn't steady. 11-7-73 to 6-8-44. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our coverage brought to you by O'Brien Real Estate. Back into play. McGinniskin with an awkward kicking style. Cradles it, but hits the target. Austin Reed in the back pocket. Inside defensive 50. Down the Brian May stand into the ground. In front, big strong mark. Fisher. Couldn't knock away Whiteman. Delivers in short now. This is better play. Harrison Tully, been okay. Tempting to smother at Bain, couldn't. Kicks inside 50. On the lead, Mead, who was good early with 3 goals. Supply has been restricted since half-time. Nice kick. Finds a target, Corvin, who's been good. Corvin kicks high. Inside 50. Edwards out of position. Fisted down. At the drop, taken by Emil Brennan. He slips over. He has made some errors today, but he's had players to support him. Helping him out again is Badenshop, and they kick it down towards the Brian May side of the ground once more. Player was brought down for Frankston, and they'll pick up a free kick through Smith, who's been very good. Delivers over the top. Badenshop again. He loves to get on that lift and lope away. That familiar gate now. Handball's on the outside to Smith. He was going to share it inside with Badenshop. Changes his mind. Elects to kick long to half forward. Nearly a mark. Player had his arms chopped. Going to be paid it. In the right forward pocket. And it will be Brody Tibbles, another one of the key forwards for Frankston. Sting has gone out of this game with Mornington unable to score a goal since half-time. 73 plays 44. He's hard on the boundary. He's kicked a goal so far today, looking for a second. About a 45-degree angle. 30 metres out. The kick is narrow the whole way. It's another behind. 30-point lead now. 11-8-74 to 6-8-44. Get some interviews from this game. Put on our Facebook page after the contest. Really is a good game of footy, this. McGinniskin in short, lowers the eyes, misses the target. And then Reed receives a hand pass and has the kick brilliantly smothered. Came right across the boot, McGuinness, on that occasion, just outside attacking 50, and ensured the ball would go nowhere. That is just a brilliant way to smother the footy. 55 from goal for Frankston. Into attack on the edge of the Brian May stand, where we're broadcasting from today. Charging his way through and getting boot to balls, Tomlinson for Mornington. Kicks towards the wing. Clean bowls Frankston, and unable to get hold of it was Lamb. And now Mornington kicked a half forward, and a good mark completed by Meads. Got a player out the back. If he can get to him, he should take the mark, and does. This is Latrell. He read it best. It was a good kick by Reid too. He kicked it to the drop side, and Latrell was able to read it nicely. Plenty of distance on it, one-on-one. And one of the skinniest players out there has taken a very good mark. Judged it to a nicety. Played a good game today, Latrell. Samuel Latrell, another one of the Tyre boys. 30 out, directly in front, and they break the duck with their first goal in the second half. Mornington, but you think there's not enough time. 7-8-50 to 11-8-74 on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. And he's been a good forward today, Mead. As I say, supply has dried up since half-time. He's got good hands, he leads well, and he's an imposing figure at centre half forward. But their midfielders been well beaten by Frankston, just a bit too good, a bit too polished. And also the halfback flankers, Bain and Baden Shop, have read it superbly and given them tremendous run, have known when to go and known when to defend. Lovick's also played the defensive role well too, whether it be in the midfield or at half-back. Musiala, he tried to take them on too much. 2 or 3 tackles. He got around 2 of them, couldn't get around the third, and in the end a free kick is given to Tomlinson, who's battled hard as a defensive midfielder for Mornington. Kicks to the wing on the outer side. Mark taken by Brennan. Kicks inside 50. Mark taken by Aquila. Kicks inside 50. Ball goes down the wing again as they try and get it out. Frankston, and a player's taken high. They've come up with the free kick. Going back. Millwood marks. He's also shoved. That's got to be 50. Latrell, bit silly. Shortest 50 in the world. But anyway, in short, looking for his teammate, who couldn't quite find the handle on the half volley. It's held up. Big fist down by Fisher. Baden Shop's in there, fossicking half of the footy. His teammate, pulling. Then there's a tumbling ball inside 50. I reckon a Mornington defender was held, but he didn't have the footy. He was tagged, and it goes out of bounds in the forward pocket as he was chasing after the footy. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Wearing the orange boots. The big forward Mead. Frankston having to defend for their life. He might do the ruck work here. Taps it to the front. I'd love another one. 74-50. They've kept Frankston goalless in this quarter. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our coverage brought to you by Brian's Real Estate. Back into play. Inside attacking 50. Little hand pass, Lovick. Feeds over the top. Baden Shop on the outside. Good kick pays down the line. Certainly Smith has had an outstanding day. Big candidate for a BAG for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. Lovely kick running into space. McLeod. Right half forward for Frankston. Lobs it over the top. And taking the mark, he'll go back and have a shot here, is Ben Charles. Ash Charles' son. Legend of local footy. Right half forward, the Langwarrin coach behind me, happy with his Chargers' performances today. Ben Charles being one of those. Kicks it high. I think it'll squeeze in. It was heading right. It's come back left. First goal of the last quarter to Frankston. Bonus goal for them. Important goal too, because they've certainly had the momentum all day. Sting's gone out of the game in the last quarter. 12-8-80 to 7-8-50, an even 5-goal game. Be nice if Mornington kicks a goal and we get the best score in footy, especially on radio. 8-8-56, brother. We've got a couple of minutes to go. We'd love to hear it. Harry Beitzel, 8-8-56. That was the way he used to say it. In the good old days on 3AW, and he used to call everyone brother, so Rex Hunt brought it in. Boyd, haven't seen much of him. Socket forward by Mornington. Bain is there again to cut it off. Quick kick, though, by Collins. Didn't make a lot of distance for Mornington. His teammate Latrell's there and did well on the ground to get it almost like a little place kick or drop kick. But in the road again was McGuinness, and he finds Emil Brennan, who's kick into space. When he gets a bit of time and space, Emil Brennan's got a lot of skill. Good mark on his chest, Toledo. Right half forward, kicks into space once more. Beautiful use of the footy, lovely lowering of the eyes, and there was just enough space for him to hit a target. And that's been one of the features of their work inside 50. And a shot at goal for young Pays, who's been pretty good today. The grandson of Trevor Pays, former president of St Kilda, played for the Saints as well. Rugged, tough, utility. He shot a goal here as snuck in. It was heading left a long way, but it just held its line enough at the Car Street end. Margin out to 6 goals, 13-8-86 to 7-8-50. Our coverage thanks to O'Brien's Real Estate on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. A great supporter of junior footy in 2021 on GameFace. He was on the bench in that 71 grand final team, Travis Pays, with Rod Galt, no longer with us, former Carlton player as well. Thrown up in the middle of the ground. Tap down. Here's Patton coming off the square on the wing. Lost it, regained it. Then he kicks to the wing on the outer side. Marcelo takes the mark. Looking to play on quickly. Slipped over. Darts a kick inside 50. Once again, Emil Brennan's there. Could have nearly had the arms chopped. The umpire lets it go. Then he lays a good tackle. Keeps the ball inside attacking 50. Marcelo around the contest. Another good tackle laid by McGuinness. Free kick off the play. To Frankston, left half forward. Social club room side. Large portion of the lights on now. Probably 3/4 rat power, I reckon. I think that was what it was like for the Frankston YCW Pines match early in the season. Off hands again. Big pack forming in the goal square behind. 13-9-87 to 7-8-50. 37-point lead. Don't forget, plenty more football on GameFace tonight. First and second division MPNFL shows. Back into play in short into the back pocket. Mark completed by Mitchell Collins of South Mornington. Playing for Mornington. Down the line again. Cut off by Baines. He's had a good game, hasn't he? Especially in the second half. His kick, though, circumvented by Latrell. Got up high and read it to a nicety. At half back. Finds Angus Clark. Clark kicks towards the boundary line. But nice spoil initiated by Pullen. And it'll be out of bounds just outside attacking 50. For Frankston. Closing stages of this game. Bounces at the back. Comes out now. And a flying shot at goal by Pullen again. Get some space. Spiral punted it a bit instead of drop punting it. And misses to the left-hand side. 13-10-88 to 7-8-50. So a big win coming up. Dominated since quarter time. Piled on after they trailed at quarter time. 12 goals to 5. McGuinnesskin's awkward kicking style. Plenty of distance on it. To the halfback flank on the outer side. Pack collapses. Tackle laid by McGuinness, who's done a lot of that today. Not only has he got a bit of the footy, his tackling and pressure, McGuinness of Frankston, has been one of the features for him, number 4. And holds it up. Thrown up at half forward again. Tapped down by Fisher of Mornington. Close to the boundary. Simpson can't rake it in and keep it alive for Mornington. Out of bounds in front of the social club rooms. 88 to 50. Fisher spills out the back. Taken now by Frankston. Quick hand pass inside 50 by Smith. Missed the target, goes back in. The umpire's found a free kick to Mornington. Pluck one out in the back pocket. High ball. Down the line by Reed, but spills to the back. Here's the left footer in Baden Shop, who just read it so well. Loves the eyes, but he doesn't hit a target on this occasion. Mitchell Collins intercepts for Mornington, but then he turns it over and Frankston kick it back inside 50. Off hands. Little hand pass came out from Jet Tomlinson, but straight back into traffic. Thrown up again. Inside attacking 50. 88 to 50. Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Numbers around the contest. Patton has it. Hooks back inside 50 to dangerous territory as far as Mornington's concerned. And then they were trying to have a shot at goal, Frankston, but again, good defence by Mornington. And they'll get a clearing kick. Quick kick towards the wing. Edwards takes the mark, gets up a mile, feeds the hand pass out. They'll drive it long through Simpson to the wing. It pitches over Patton, has been good. Feeds over the top, gets the hand pass on the outside to his teammate in Charles. Back to Patton, swings it back now to Boyd, back in the middle of the ground. Good play by Lovick. And then now out to Baden Shop, who that is an awkward looking 9-iron kick, which won't find a target. And again, Mornington playing the game out nicely. Take the mark at half-back. McGinniskin again kicks nicely. Gee, well, they blew the whistle a bit too early for Edwards, but he's been paid the mark in the middle of the ground. 50 plays 88. He'll kick it low and flat inside 50. Good kick. He had a couple of metres on his opponent, Mead. Kicks into the pocket again. And there'll be a shot at goal. Edwards making good ground. Takes the mark. Underneath the lights, underneath the change rooms. Hard on the boundary. 45-degree angle, 40 metres out from goal. Margin 38 points. High kick towards the teeth of goal. Mead is there. Latrell at the back. Goes after it. Close to the boundary. Can't get there. Might have also tumbled into his opponent's back. There's the siren. Good game of footy comes to an end. So in the Frankston-Mornington clashes today, Frankston JFL won the under-14s, under-15s, well beaten by the MJFL and the under-16s. Our first game today, thanks to O'Brien Real Estate, and also well beaten in the under-17s. A very good performance, 13-10-88 to 7-8-50. Game fizzling out a bit in the last quarter on the Chisholm Institute scoreboard. Our coverage brought to us by O'Brien Real Estate. We thank them very much. Lots of candidates for goal of the day. I liked Baines in that third quarter on the run. He kicked it beautifully, and I thought he was superb today, one of the best men on the ground. And there are a couple of bouncing goals into open goal squares. His, though, was on the full down at the end where it's been hard to score goals today, which is the beach end here at Frankston at Skybar Stadium. So that will be our goal of the day, thanks to Game Changer. There were some very good marks, a couple of good marks taken early by Mead of Mornington. So we'll give him the mark of the day for Growth Syndicates Australia. And best on ground, well, it could be Bain. He was sensational. McGuinness was very, very good from Pearcedale Baxter with his tackling and also his work at the coalface. But I'm going to go for the left footer off half-back, who gave them immense drive, immense carry. He used the ball pretty well. He read it pretty well today too for Frankston. Fisher was certainly the best player as far as the Mornington team were concerned. He was great in the ruck, but they needed a few more of him. They were a taller side, but they just lacked the mobility around the ground, and Baden Shop was able to cut off a lot of supplies and played a magnificent game for Frankston. So I'll give him best on ground for the Telstra Business Technology Centre of Melbourne South. And also a special mention to McGuinniskin, particularly early. That second quarter, they were under the pump, and in the first quarter, he repelled nicely for Mornington. He sort of ran out of support in the second half, but he played a really good game as well. But a terrific start to the regional championships. There's another round on Sunday and a third round on the 21st of July. Good crowd coming down here, especially for the second game as people finish work. And wonderful atmosphere. We know the ground's in great shape, and we've got some good young players here on the peninsula. But a good win by Frankston in the under-17s by 38 points, and by Mornington in the under-16s, they won comfortably 10-10-70, stopping Frankston from scoring a goal after quarter time, 3-4-22. We thank all our sponsors, particularly O'Brien's Real Estate. Don't forget the MPNFL footy show tonight. Bit of controversy around the league at the moment. Lots to talk about. Myself, Cappy and Hulks will join you very shortly. Thanks to Tom, thanks to Brittany, thanks to Nathan, thanks to the league for making it possible today, and of course Glenn Carter for allowing us to broadcast and trying our best to promote junior footy. Good game of footy, two ripping games of footy really, and we look forward to more of the regional championships on Sunday. Get your game face on.